I got my recording started. We can go ahead and get back to it, I guess. Welcome back to Ace Attorney Dungeons and Dragons Turnabout Jackpot. When we left off last week, you guys had just investigated the crime scene, and you had discovered Shanty.ne, which is computerized human artificial neotech interface new edition. The AI, like a duplicate of the victim, who maybe, hopefully, will have some answers for you guys. As always, we are joined by Drew as Al Cotilio, Max as Apollo Justice, Fruit as Uendo Tornado, Joy as Viper Hypnolis, Samuel as the deceased Nexus Shantine, and Leo as Sid Crow. Now, last week, Sid had to leave the crime scene a little early because he is running so many cases. So, Crow, you're out and about, you're running around. You get back to your office, and while you're there, you may as well do some digging about this staff that you're supposed to be locating. Last you saw it, it was in the hands of Al Cotilio, and you're not sure how he got his hands on it. It could be like stolen and pawned, but this may lead you back to the thief, and then you can finally get this case off your plate. So you can roll some, I guess, investigation maybe, and you can tell me if you want to look into the stuff you've already got. So you've only got a few minutes here. You can either look into files you already have and reread those, or try to like go on the internet and look into like Cotilio himself, try and find out how long he's had the cane, if you can see like old newspapers, pictures of him, or like what his relationship with Shantine was like, because there was mention of possibly the staff in the notebook. Okay, 15, what are you looking for?
I'm gonna well, I'm gonna look up snake rod
Mm-hmm.
on my computer, and after a second, I'll think wait, that might give me some results I'm not really
Turn
looking
save
for.
search on.
Yeah. So then I'll look up theft case and
Mm.
add that to the terms.
Okay, so you go into your computer, and you start like looking into if you can find like old newspapers and stuff about this maybe, because it was stolen a while ago. It was a cold case for a long time until they tracked it back to like your location or whatever, close to Cairo. So the cane is yeah, I don't know. The cane is called the Staff of Apophis, who is like an Egyptian god who's often,
Ooh, that's like the snake god.
yeah, he's depicted like as a snake. Um, and it's one of those things where it's like if you handle it, you will have great power, but at the cost of your sanity or whatever. It's one of those things where it's got all these rumors surrounding it, and it was maybe even like uh, something that they might have used in religious rites, back in the day. The staff was,
And this was stolen from like a museum.
yeah, this was stolen from the British Museum, but it was originally like an Egyptian artifact.
Okay, so it was really repatriated then.
Yeah, they're coming for what's theirs. Um, it was stolen 24 years ago. Um, Drew,
Damn.
how recently do you think Cotilio has been seen with the staff? Like, when was the first time it would have appeared, like, in his magic show or whatever?
Maybe about 3 years ago.
So it's been gone for a long time, but you don't see that Cotilio has had it for super long. Um, And you also learn that because this was like a religious, not a symbol, but something they'd use in their ceremonies, you realize that Cotilio's outfit is kind of, and like his props are made to like mimic that of Egyptian high priests, like the tome that he carries and the robes that he wears. He's got like this whole style going on. And then you also get back some like pattern analysis on the wound in Shantine's face. They're pretty sure it was like a sword based on like the direction and the force behind it, like a long, thin saber, and one that was probably wielded by someone skilled in using it.
So this is a cane or a staff?
A staff. Like it's not closed
Okay.
at the top. Is that your question?
Does it look
Where
like
is
it could detach
The
and hide a blade
where's
inside
Cotilio
of it?
right now?
I assume he's in his hotel room or out in the city somewhere. But
Okay, he's not here.
you'd have to look for him, because you guys have already started like trickling away from the crime scene. Does it look like it could
Yeah, okay.
detach? Roll investigation. Big money, big money, big money, big money. 8.
Oh.
You'd have to have it in front of you to tell. If you were holding it, you could probably get a better answer, but from the pictures and from the case files, you don't like have any reason to think that.
Okay, because like I, Leo, am thinking that maybe the murder weapon is hidden inside of that staff.
Right. That this is a ploy of some kind. Okay. So you guys are still on the crime scene, but Crow, now that you have left, you can go also go back to talk to Sprinkle Sunday if you want to.
Hell yeah, I will.
Go do some interrogation.
Yeah, and Sidereal Crow's interrogation extravaganza.
Yeah, Sidereal Crow's interrogation extravaganza. That's why the channel was named that. Okay, so when you get to the crime
Also, can we just say
the jail cell,
Sprinkle
go ahead.
Sunday is serving major cunt.
Sprinkle Sunday, why is she kind of cute? I don't know.
All right, you be careful, you.
So you get to not the crime scene. I keep calling it the crime scene. You get to the detention center, and Sprinkle and Mint Chip are in there. Mint Chip is visiting Sprinkle. They're like kind of whispering between themselves. If you want, you can kind of try and listen in without them seeing you.
Would that be stealth?
That would be stealth, yeah.
Would that be legal?
Would that be legal? Well, standing in the doorway is not illegal.
I don't know if that's
Yeah.
covered in the player manual.
I mean, could be part of the alignment.
Yeah, the door's not all the way closed. You can there's nothing wrong with standing in the hallway. Ooh, that's
I got a 3.
One.
That's a
Womp womp.
That creates a 3. So, you lean up against the door. Ooh, the smorgasbord. You lean up against the door, and it immediately clatters open, and they both look up at you, and they look a little bit. Objection! Thank you. They look a little bit, like scared.
I'm like, hello.
And Midship is like, did no one ever teach you to knock?
Can you blame God for curiosity?
And she's like, I would consider what you did rude, yeah.
Well, I mean, you're not exactly in a position to judge me. You are at a detention center, so I mean,
And she says, it's not my fault you arrested the wrong person. You want to roll insight
it's
on
not
that?
my fault you were suspicious.
You want to roll insight on Mint Chip arguing with you here?
Yeah, sure. I have
She
a plus
says,
6 in that.
she says, no, the only thing that's your fault is that you try to come break down the door while we're having a private conversation.
Okay, I did not break down the door. I also rolled a 21, so
Okay.
serve.
On a 21, when Mint Chip is saying you arrested the wrong person, you can see a little bit of maybe uncertainty in her eyes.
Ooh. Okay. I'm
She's
gonna
gonna.
press her on that. I'm gonna be like,
Ooh.
what do you mean?
And just, what do you mean? What do I mean? That you shouldn't break down doors?
No. When you said that I arrested the wrong person, I don't feel like you were totally truthful there, Missy.
And she says, what are you trying to say?
I don't know, maybe I did arrest the right person.
And she says, I believe that you believe that.
Look, we're getting nowhere here. So you're gonna tell me the whole truth and nothing but.
Okay, are you intimidating her or are you persuading her here?
I'm gonna say I'm persuading her because my skill there is higher.
Okay, that's fair. Work with what you got.
Okay, big money, big money. Woo, 19!
19's not bad. Okay. Mint Chip says, okay, look, it's like this. Everyone who had to go into that conference had to go through the front door, lady. Like, everywhere else was locked. Whoever killed Shantine was in the conference with us. And
Good chip.
Sprinkle says, I swear to God I didn't do it.
Minchip, did you do it?
No, I didn't do it.
Are you covering for someone who did it?
No. Why would I? No. What would I gain from that?
I don't know. I mean, the Sunday sisters are very loyal to each other.
And Sprinkle Sunday says, yeah, and the Sunday sisters are loyal to the other magicians at the conference. None of us would kill anyone.
Well, clearly one of you did, so that's kind of a pointless statement.
And Mint Chip says, how is that clearly?
Well, who else could have done it?
And she's like, there were so many people at that conference. She's like, literally, she's like, you have, okay, I understand that Sprinkle was on the crime scene. She's like, sorry, Sprinkle. No hate to you or anything. She's like, I can at least understand why you would arrest Sprinkle. But are you accusing me right now? On what grounds?
On the grounds that you can't prove your innocence.
She says, okay, I'm out of here. She's like, Sprinkle, remember what your lawyer told you? She's like, one of us will come back and visit you later today. And she, Mint Chip heads out of there.
I'm like, okay. Sprinkle, Sprinkle. If that is your real name. What is your real name actually?
And
I'd like to be pals.
she says,
You know?
she says, I'd like to remain silent.
Oh. good job, because you just talked, but, you sure?
She says,
Don't wanna talk to good old Sid, Fruit Loops?
she says, you're just gonna use my testimony in court.
Yes, but that's my job.
She's like, no, I can't talk without my lawyer here.
Okay, I slide her a $1 bill, and I'm like,
Oh,
do you think this will change your mind?
Will you go to jail for $1?
hopefully not. She says no. No? She
Okay, I'm
takes
gonna try to
she
gaslight her
slides
into
the
thinking
$1
it's
bill
a
back to
$20
you.
bill.
She slides the $1 bill back to you and says, "Will this change your mind?"
I'm like, touche. Okay, you know I should have
She's
understood
good.
that. Yeah, fuck, she's good. uh, um, geez, well, I'm assuming like, is there some kind of like glass in between us?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm banging on that glass to try to intimidate her.
Okay, you're bringing it. You wanna roll an actual intimidation on that? See if you can scare her.
Mm-hmm.
Big money, big money, big money. Ooh,
Fuck
21.
yeah.
Okay, she jumps back and she's like, "Stop! What are you doing?"
What are you doing? You're not telling me the truth. And if you can't tell me the truth, then it'll come out in the worst way, and you'll go down for this. And if you think that you're innocent, then you have nothing to hide from me.
Um, she's she kind of she glances around and then she leans forward and she whispers to you. She's like, "I feel like I'm going crazy. Like obviously, I I did not do it, and I don't want to think anyone I care about did. But Venus was the one sending me on that directive, and she wasn't at the conference with us. She had to have an inside man, but I would have said 2 days ago that I would, never steal from somebody, never do what this lady said. And then Venus threatened me, and I sold out. How can I trust anyone that I think I can trust?"
That's definitely hard, and I understand where you're coming from. I find it hard to trust people nowadays. But, I mean, can we focus on the facts for now? That would be great. Can you tell me about Venus's associates or her connections? Whatever you know about that.
And she's like, "Okay, well, here's the thing. I thought she was friends with Shantine, right? But obviously that was a farce. She's trying to steal his stuff, getting him killed. What I don't know. It seems incredibly dark and scary.
But what need would she have to kill him if all she was after was his possessions?
I mean, if he's alive, they have all these laws about whose like magic belongs to who. I can understand like wanting to be the one to quote unquote inherit the magic, maybe if she thought she was close enough to him, but I don't get it.
Did she have any children or siblings, anything like that you know of?
Um, she you can roll insight on this, and she says, I know that guy Wyatt was trying to I don't know, get with her, I guess, but I didn't think they had any kids.
Hmm. Oh
Hmm.
shit. I screwed the pooch on that one. Sorry. I screwed the pooch. Is that not like an expression that you know?
I have never heard anyone say it.
Really?
Okay. An 8's not great. You can't pick up anything more than surface level on what she's saying.
Okay. Would you say, you remember her being acquainted with, how tall is Midship, would you say? Jane?
Maybe like 5'8". She's
Okay.
medium tall. She's not short.
Do you remember her ever speaking to, like a 5'8", olive-skinned, bespectacled girl with a little green in her hair?
She says Midship.
Or anyone else?
She's like, "Are you asking me if she was friends with Midship?"
I was trying to do it so discreetly, but yes.
Yeah, that was very discreet. She says, "Not. I mean, I don't. I don't know about personally. I'm sure the five of us have talked to her before. We've been to these conferences before, but I don't remember them having any particular relationship."
Hmm. Okay. How about this line of question? Has there ever been any major drama between the Sunday sisters?
She says, "I mean, if there was, would I tell you?" She's like, "For all I know, you're hired by the press."
I'm not hired by the press. I am a prosecutor. I work for the state.
And she's like, "You're going to use this to divide us against each other. I'm not supposed to talk without my lawyer here."
So you do have something to say.
She's like, "Well, even if I'm thinking something, it doesn't mean I have something to say."
Well, the fact that you didn't just flat out, you know, deny it says something.
She's like, "Well, you know."
I tried to slide the $1 bill back again,
The
and I'm like,
same
will
$1
this
bill.
change your mind?
She's like, "I'm pretty sure if I take that, we both get in trouble."
Oh yeah, but where's the fun in that?
She's
Don't be a narc.
like, "I'm not having fun generally right now." She's like, I appreciate the sentiment."
Well, it seems we've arrived at an impasse. So, I'll see you at a later date.
And she's like, "Okay, see see you around, I guess. I don't really have a choice because I can't leave." Okay, so you're doing all this while the others are sort of leaving the crime scene. So,
And I think Sid rolls his eyes at her, like, complaining about not being able to leave, by the
yeah.
way.
And he goes off to do whatever 5 cases he's running. Kisagawa, you're still kind of coming down from your interaction with Belle and Vinny, who kind of implied that he would protect you, and your call with Taifu, where you requested that in return for finding him, maybe even bringing home Shanty.ne, he will give you the tornado name. So you've kind of left, gone off by yourself, and outside, like the room that you're in, you can hear 2 people's voices. One, an angry one, and like a pleading one. It's Belle and their father, Liam Adjic. Do you want to step out and reveal yourself, or just stay where you are and watch their interaction?
God, I don't know. Do I want to poke my nose in this kid's business?
No. After this case blows over, if Liam Magic is not at all related to the crime, Sid would like his number.
If he doesn't get arrested.
Yes. If he doesn't get it, what? Planning ahead a bit there. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's going on, but I'm just gonna pop out the room. Just
So you step out
reveal
of the room.
myself.
Liam is for a second he doesn't see you. They're in this argument as they're approaching, and Liam is going, Belle, I've told you once, I've told you 100 times. If I could get you home, I would. You'd only get 2 seats on the soonest flight, and your mother and Friday are already at the airport. And Belle's like, why does he get to go? I don't want to stay here and go to your crazy memorials and get forgotten about by the grown-ups. And he's like, show some respect, Belle. And then he looks over and he sees you, and he's like, oh, hello. Excuse my outburst.
It just stood tacitly remembering that the way she's presented herself is as masking as Window, and just internally going, ugh. And then just like, hello. Don't worry about it. It's no trouble at all. Hello again, Belle.
And he's like, this is a mess, isn't it? We're trying to get home, but it's hard, and we couldn't get 4 seats on the soonest flight, so.
Oh, really? Oh, that's a shame, man.
And he says, I saw you were, and he kind of looks back and forth between the two of you, and he says, I saw you were friends with Belle here?
Of course, they're very nice. I didn't have too much to do when I'm not really an investigator, but, it's a nice conversation.
And he says, give me a second, Belle, I'm getting a phone call from your mother. Stay here, don't wander around, alright? And they're like, whatever. And they go sit down on a bench, kind of swinging their legs, and they look up at you, and you realize they have something kind of like cupped in their hands that they're carrying.
Okay. I want to immediately draw attention to it. It's always the bad play. So Kisagawa was just gonna kind of park up on the wall next to the bench and go, your dad seems otherwise preoccupied.
And they're like, I wanted to be the one to go home, but my brother speaks better Arabic, so
Mm,
they want me to get separated at the airport.
I guess I can see that, but
And they say, are you a magician? I'm probably never going to see you again.
me a magician? No. I mean, well, I was at the big magician conference, so I can see why you'd think that. But no, I'm I don't know what the word is, but I'm from the Tornado School of Rakugo. I was just there to observe, the friendly kind of cross-disciplinary thing.
And they say, my dad doesn't like you. He told me to stop talking to strangers.
Yeah. Mm. For a man who doesn't want his kids to talk to strangers, he doesn't really talk to them that much.
And they're like, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I mean, I'm sure he's got a lot going on, but you're his kid. I mean, come on.
And they uncup their hands and they show you what they're holding. They've got this little like ceramic bumblebee, maybe a keychain, and they say, do you want to look at my good luck charm?
Yeah. It's a nice little knick-knack. Where'd you get it?
And they say, I found it on the floor.
Just on the floor. Huh? That's
They're
where all the
like,
good stuff is.
they're like, that's, and they show you something they have in their pocket, and it's like a commemorative magnet of the Sunday Sisters. And they're like, I found this too. Do you want it? It's like cracked.
Yeah, sure, thanks.
Um, and they kind of look up at you and they say, can I ask you a weird question?
Sure. You don't know if it's weird until you ask it, huh?
And they say, well, what's your gender?
Uh, hmm,
Just
okay,
says yes.
this stratagems this stratagems Kizugawa has to play here because she's really not supposed to give up the goose like that, but uh, uh, it's very boxing in. It's very uncomfortable, but I think she realizes she has to keep it up, so she just goes, me? Well, I mean, I suppose it doesn't really mean all that much nowadays, but I'm a guy.
And they kind of they give you this look and they say, I I gave you my magnet.
They gave me the magnet. Uh, it's well, it's complicated, and not for the normal reasons. It might be complicated. Uh,
And they're like, where are you gonna go when the conference is over?
uh, well, back home, hopefully. I mean, that's the idea, huh?
And they're like, Rakugo, you have a show?
Sure. And school does shows all the time.
And they're like, I, I'll Google you. What's it called? Your your
It's,
your school?
it's the Uendo School of Rakugo. UEND. Uh, it's the Tornado School of Rakugo. TONEIDO.
Um, and they're like, so you're named after the school, or the school is named after you?
Well, it's how do I explain it? It's in Japanese performance arts in Rakugo. There's kind of I guess what you'd call like performance names, and they're of such repute and notoriety that they're kind of taken and then they're passed down to people who are skilled enough, seen as successors in that particular school. So I guess you could say it's like a title, really.
And they're like, so that's not really like your name. It's like somebody else gave it to you.
I suppose, but I mean, for one, it takes a lot of work to get a title like that. You have to be a really accomplished person in your craft. You got to be recognized. You've got to have someone pass it down to you. This, that, and the other thing. When someone gets it, they're very proud of it. I think I'm very proud of it. But sometimes it can be seen as disrespectful to use your original name if you've been given this honor.
And they're like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
It's not like I mind. I mean,
And they're like, what? I won't say it if you don't want me to. What's your real name? Your name.
My name. Oh, well, you can't tell anybody, okay? Because it's not like, you know.
I won't tell anybody.
Okay. It's between you and me.
I promise.
My name is Kisagawa.
And you can tell, they can tell you're being genuine, and their eyes kind of light up a little bit, and they're like, it's pretty.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too.
And you guys can hear a door open like down the stairwell, and they're like, my dad's coming, you should go away.
Man. Old guy. Uh, nice seeing you again, Bill.
Bye. Please don't get arrested, you're cool.
Yeah, I like to think I'm a little smarter than to get arrested. See you later.
Yeah. Hopefully. And you maybe hurry out of there before Liam gets back and starts yelling again. Now, Apollo, you, Phoenix, and Trucy kind of like stay back on the crime scene for a few extra minutes. Like Phoenix kind of pulls you aside to talk to you, and Phoenix says, Apollo, I can't help but feel like we've overlooked something.
What do you mean, Mr. Wright?
He says, like, okay, Shantine was a magician, not just like an old kook. And Trucy's like, he was brilliant. And Phoenix is
I
like,
don't see why he couldn't be both.
Phoenix is like, okay, maybe he was both. But I don't know. I feel like there's more in his notes than we realize, possibly. I mean, we have this whole notebook, and everyone has kind of written it off as we don't understand it, but there has to be meaning in there.
I suppose yes.
And he says, what are you feeling? Who do you think did it? And Trucy says, do you trust Liam?
I mean, I barely even talked to the man.
And
Why are you asking about him?
she's like, I don't know. I thought you were friends with him. You were hanging out with him last night or whatever, when Shantine was pronounced dead or whatever. I don't know. I just thought, like, who do you have a read on, I guess?
Don't think I could be sure. We need to find out. This man, Al, gave everyone flowers, and that's one of the reasons they think Sprinkle did it, because she had a flower alongside the victim. So we need to look into that as well.
Yeah, you're right. Phoenix says, Shanty.ne was right. Someone killed Shantine and left the USB behind. I don't get that part.
Wasn't hard to find either.
No, apparently it was just in his pocket or whatever. That feels like the whole motive, right?
Unless that wasn't the trick?
Oh, what do you mean by that?
Could there have been another, even more secret trick that people wanted to steal?
Yeah, you think there's something else that they're after, maybe?
Perhaps. We should.
I mean, like, I don't think Sprinkle did it. Like, we can almost be sure, like, your bracelet hasn't reacted to her, anything like that. But, like,
Yeah.
if it had been Sprinkle, you might think, oh, like, she just didn't get to it yet. She didn't take whatever she was coming for yet. Or possibly whoever did it has already gotten what they wanted somehow, or they're still looking for it, and killing Shantine was just like a smaller
Okay.
part of that.
Crackpot theory.
You let's have it.
A baby.
A baby.
Sprinkle is already dead, and someone
Bro,
channeled her body to kill him.
Oh, that's not.
That was very crazy.
In the sense that
Do you have any foundation to this theory whatsoever?
Sprinkle has
It's
rainbow
cool.
the
colored
fact that
hair.
she doesn't remember doing it.
I mean, she would remember probably dying.
Have you considered that she didn't do it?
She might have done it.
Well, as a prosecutor, I feel like I would be looking for reasons to, like, argue that she did it.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
What if we asked Shanty about the diary? Maybe he can decipher it.
And he's like, that's probably, honestly, that's not a bad next step. And Trucy's like, yeah, that's pretty good thinking.
Thanks.
Trucy's like, I mean, I'm sure he would understand what it means if Shantine wrote it, right?
It would stand to reason, and especially if it's about him.
And she's like, okay, next time we use the USB, we'll put that on our list of questions. Do you think it's wrong to use the USB without other people here?
I mean, they gave it to us,
They gave it to us. You're so right.
and it's not like it's property of the police. It's
ours now. Let's take it home.
okay. No, let's not go that far ahead.
Okay, let's not take it home. She's like, but it wouldn't hurt to use it.
Mr. Wright, didn't you say that you knew something about the people that make these kind of things, these AI recreations?
And Phoenix says, oh. He's like, yeah, it's been a long time. I think, did Viper send a text? We should ask Viper. Yeah, there was this lady, Lisa Basil. That was forever ago.
Yeah, did I ever get the text from
It would be
Prosecutor Point ever answer me?
It would be the middle of the night in LA right
Oh,
now.
it's the middle of the night.
So he'll probably
Dang.
get back to you later in the day when he wakes up.
Ah.
Just
Wake
keep
up,
spamming
Prosecutor
him.
Point, wake up, wake up.
You call him 3
Wake
times
up.
but serves do not disturb.
Yeah.
Call a delivery boy and tell him to go wake him up.
Go wake him up. But you left him a text, so hopefully that will turn up answers.
Okay.
And Phoenix is like, do you think it's too conspicuous to use the USB here? Should we, like, take it back to the hotel and use it on a laptop, or do we want to do it here?
Does the place look around us like?
The main group of, like, investigators has left. It's just a couple, like, cops or whatever, just making sure no one's up to any funny business.
I'd say it might be better if we do it on our own.
And Phoenix is like, okay, he's like, Trucy, you brought your laptop? And Trucy's like, I brought my laptop! And he's like, we could try running the program, see what happens, see if we can decipher some of these notes.
Sounds like our best lead.
So you head back to the hotel. Phoenix comes to you in Trucy's room with you. And you go and you take out the pouch with the USB in it. But then you realize something. The USB is gone.
What?
So you don't know whether you dropped it or if someone palmed it, but sometime between putting it in your pocket and now, you lost Shanty.ne.
Oh.
He's dead again.
I'm
Goodbye,
so
Samuel.
tired.
He's
I'm
gone.
tired of this.
He's
We
gone.
don't. We actually do not want you here, Sam.
We're kicking you out of the
Oh.
group. This is how
Goodbye.
we're you.
This is how we're telling you this. Okay, so what kind of pouch was it? Like, could it, like, I imagine it was closed or something like that?
Yeah, you would assume it's like a little like leather drawstring pouch. You would assume you would have closed it before putting it in your pocket. Yeah.
Now that I took it out, is it open or is it still closed but empty?
It's open and empty.
Oh no.
What? What's
Someone must have
happening?
taken it.
What took
The
what?
the pouch is empty.
What?
Not only is it empty, but it's open, and I'm sure I closed it.
And she's like, "Who? Someone took it? Who took it?" Oh.
Well, if I knew that, I would have done something about it.
And Phoenix is like, "Oh." He's like, "Did you get a bad feeling about anyone on the crime scene? You think it was one of them?"
I don't remember anyone approaching me in a way that could have granted them access to it.
And he's like,
Could
"This
it have
is
been
bad."
Prosecutor Crow?
And he's like, it could have been. He's like, okay, let's think about it logically. He's like, who would have a reason to take it?
First of all, either there's two reasons: either someone that wants to hide something about the murder,
Mm-hmm.
or someone that wants to steal the trick.
Mm-hmm.
Second reason is much harder because it seems like everyone and their mothers wanted to steal it, either for their own reasons or being asked by Venus.
Right. Venus is out to get his tricks.
But it must have been someone that knew that we found it.
And he's like,
Venus wasn't there.
He's like, Venus wasn't there. Wyatt was there. He's like, but
Could Wyatt have taken it?
I don't know. I don't know. But if if Shanty knows something about the crime, you're right. Any of the people could be a culprit.
What about that detective Viper?
Phoenix says, no, not Viper. I've known her since she was a kid. Unless she's being manipulated by Venus?
You never know. It seems like she has her hands in everything.
That's true. That's true. I do. I see her everywhere. It's really weird. I guess maybe we should try to retrace our steps.
That would be best, yes.
So you guys head back to the casino, and I'll let you kind of poke around, see if you can find some clues about who and why. Okay, Al, you're leaving the casino, and as you're leaving, Venus Flytrap is standing outside again, kind of leaning against the wall, looking like she's waiting for something.
He's just gonna walk past, just pop the USB out of the boot of his own boot, just like toss it towards like you wanted it.
She catches the USB that you hand her, and she says, "Where did you get this?"
Because magician never reveals his tricks.
And she says,
Shantine does though.
She says, "Oh." She says, "Good boy, Al.
I'm not your lapdog.
And she's like, you have no other reason to do what I say.
I did this because I just want to throw few airs of chaos into everything that's happening around here.
And she says, you want chaos, do you? I'll take it. It benefits both of us. And she turns around and disappears into the building. Okay. So as she heads off, Viper and Vinny. Oops. My music did not be playing. Viper and Vinny. You guys have also headed back to your hotel room. And I assume you would have gotten some of the information from Sid, possibly, that Sid would have called you guys and filled you in about what he heard and saw with Sprinkle and Mint Chip.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
So you get a call. It's Prosecutor Sid Crow,
Okay, I pick up.
your close and personal friend.
My close and personal friend.
You want to put it on speaker so Vinny can listen?
Yeah, sure, I'll put it on speaker.
Okay.
Hey, Vibe.
Don't call me that.
Aw, okay.
What's going on?
So, I feel like Mint Chip has something to hide. Right? So, she told me that I arrested the wrong person, but there was a little uncertainty in her voice, and I feel like she
Sprinkle Sunday
could-
did it?
I don't want to think it, but based on that, that's the only conclusion I can draw, and, or at least one of them. The other conclusion could be that Mint Chip is somehow involved. Or
Okay.
that she's covering for someone and knows that they did it and just wants a scapegoat. So I would keep an eye out for her.
Okay.
But Sprinkle seems pretty genuine. So
Huh.
I don't want to pronounce people innocent, like
Based on their
prematurely.
energy.
Right, but I don't get alarm flags from her.
Okay.
And the other thing they talked about was the idea of possibly, and maybe it being Mint Chip, a second inside man, someone who Venus was also, if Sprinkle didn't do it, that Venus would have sent someone else.
Right. Like God said. I guess you are basically God in this game.
Like that weird voice in the sky? I don't know.
Oh, what is it? Are you guys hearing something?
Yeah, it's weird.
So, Vinny says, I mean, okay, yeah, if we're thinking like, is it Mint Chip? I feel like if what Sprinkle said is true, about people like, oh, you can only get into the conference if you go through the lady, that kind of shortens possibly our list of suspects, like people at the conference, people Venus might have targeted. It seems like she's going for magicians because she didn't seem as interested in us once she realized that we weren't magicians.
That's true.
I honestly, I wouldn't count out the rest of the Sunday sisters. I could see her trying to pit them against each other like a house divided against itself it can't stand or whatever.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, definitely.
So that would include Mint Chip and the other three, whatever their names are.
Banana, chocolate, and strawberry?
Oh, Cherry. Cherry's the other one.
Oh, right.
Cherry.
Cherry.
We haven't seen a lot of Cherry, have we?
No, we haven't seen Cherry at all.
Where's Cherry, guys?
Where's Cherry? Guys, where's Cherry?
We have eyes on Cherry?
Guys, where's Cherry?
Cherry is like the coolest design too. Like,
True.
Jane said she's inspired by like K-pop, right?
Yeah. And
I don't know it.
Vinny says, well, they say like guilty people like return to the scene of the crime or whatever. That leaves like who? Like Chocolate Sundae, Wyatt? No, he wasn't at the conference. That doesn't make sense.
Wyatt, I think, is just so head over heels for Venus he would do anything.
And he's like, yeah. No, yeah, you're right. But he would have gone through the door, lady, and apparently he didn't. I guess. Ooh, the kid, Belle. You don't think?
It's definitely not Belle though.
Or their dad?
Yeah, true.
Did
we get a vibe on the dad?
I don't know.
Okay, Crackpot Theory 2.
Crackpot Theory
Also,
2.
Also no substantiation.
Okay.
Venus Flytrap is Mint Chip in disguise.
Okay.
Don't they look pretty different?
Well, pair of glasses, hair extensions, green hair extensions.
A wig and glasses, and boom,
Wig and
just a different person.
glasses?
Yep.
Yep.
This theory has some ground.
They seem to be like different builds. Like Venus is like shorter, and you're pretty sure they're not the same, but maybe.
Two kids in a trench coat.
Two kids in a trench coat. She's wearing when she's Mint Chip. She's wearing like platform shoes.
This one's got legs.
These boots were made for walking.
And Vinny's like, okay, so Mint Chip is high on our list of suspects, you think?
I don't know. I don't want to believe it.
Maybe Liam Adjic? Do you suspect him? He's weird.
He is weird. Yeah, he definitely is weird.
He's not weird like ooh, but he's weird like a little too polished.
Yeah.
He's not Wyatt weird.
He's not simpy weird.
Oh, Liam and Wyatt are different people. Okay. That's good to know.
Okay, and as you're talking to Prosecutor Crow, you're getting a different call from Prosecutor Point.
Okay, I say I'll come back to this conversation. I'm getting a call from Prosecutor Point, and I need to talk to him about like Lisa Basil and stuff. So I'll be right back.
So you want to pick up Prosecutor Point's call?
Yes.
And he says, "Hey, Detective Hypnolis, sorry I missed your call."
No, it's totally fine. I just okay. Do you remember the whole Lisa Basil thing? From like.
Of course, I remember Lisa Basil. Yes.
Okay, great. I just found like do you know anything about Nexus Shantine?
He's like, no.
Okay, he's a magician and he died.
Oh, okay.
But we found like kind of like one of Lisa Basil's little like AIs.
And he's like, oh,
of him.
Very interesting, cool.
And it was one of like his one of his magic tricks is he would use the AI, I think is what I'm gathering. But like, do you know anything about that? I would love to talk to Lisa Basil because we don't, I don't know.
He's like, yeah. He's like, no, I can totally transfer you to Basil Inc. right now. I'm sure she'd be happy to talk to you. She's doing very well.
Oh, nice. That's good to hear.
He's like, you want me to text you the phone number?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, totally. He's like, okay, thanks for calling me. Reach out anytime.
Oh, this is great. Okay. Do I get the phone number?
Yeah, you get the phone number. You want to call it?
Yeah, I would love to call it.
Your call goes straight out to the Gold-Struck Republic, which is sort of a neighboring country to like Japanifornia or whatever in this world.
Mm-hmm.
And our old friend Lisa Basil picks up the phone.
Wow.
Basil Robotics Incorporated, Lisa Basil speaking. How may I help you?
Hi, this is Viper Hypnolis. Could I speak to you?
Interesting. Viper Hypnalis, it has been a long time since we last spoke.
Yeah,
Have
it
you a
has been a long
robotics and/or
time.
computing problem that you need solved today?
Um, kind of. Do you know Nexus Shantine?
I am acquainted with Nexus Shantine, this is correct.
Do you know about his like backup hard drive of himself? The
I was under the impression that this was a private project of his. I'm surprised that you've come to know of it. But yes, I am familiar.
he's dead. Nexus Shantine is dead. I should start with
Oh.
that.
I see. I believe that
and
is unfortunate.
it is
Yes.
very unfortunate, yeah. But we found the hard drive because we were investigating the crime scene, and I was wondering if you had any information on it, because that would be useful.
Well, yes, I was very closely involved in the creation of Shanty.ne, as a matter of fact. Let's see, it must have been around 2 years or so. I was contacted by Nexus Shantine after I had made my movements to the Goldstruck Republic. He came to me with what he called the Shanty, which was his own, I guess, dalliance with coding at the time. It was very rudimentary, not sort of up to spec. What he wanted was a true artificial intelligence, and what he had was, scripts, not true AI. So, of course, this is my nascent area of expertise, and while I may have had trouble in the past with this field, I believe that if somebody asks me to create this thing and we agree on it, then there's no problem. So I helped him with it to create the new edition.
Okay, so did he say anything about like why he wanted to make it or any details like that?
I was under the impression that it was just to help with his magical performance set. He was very frustrated that the thing he had created was very inflexible, very sort of acted by rote, that he could not properly interact with as one would a intelligent being. So he contacted me, and of course that's my expertise. I can make from scratch just as well as I can scan the brains of unwitting participants. So it was no trouble, really.
Here, I'm asking out of character. Can I roll for like knowing a good question to ask?
Yeah.
You could ask her how did Shantine learn about her?
Um,
I think
Because
she's pretty
shouldn't she
well
be like
known.
in hiding?
so what
Like what's she?
information are you trying to get, like, by asking questions?
There's like general information about,
Mm-hmm.
Shanty.ne. Anything that might be useful.
Yeah, you can roll, we'll call it Arcana again, to see what you know about, like, technology, to know if you would know relevant questions to ask in character.
Yeah, that's yeah. Okay. Hold on 1 second.
Or if you want, you can roll history about Shantine if you want to know not about the machine itself, but about what Shantine was, like, up to at the time.
Okay, am I allowed to check which one has a higher boost?
Yeah, you're allowed to check.
Oh, hold on, my computer's glitching. Give me a minute.
Spend that.
I will roll right now.
Big money, big money, big money.
Okay, not bad.
16, not bad.
It's either Arcana or History.
Yes.
History is +3, so I'll go with that. That's a 19.
Okay, so on a 19, you know that Shantine was not, like, really seen in the magical world for the past few years, that he has kind of been off on his own, like, doing his own thing, that everyone's really been awaiting this.
Okay.
You just know that from, like, stuff you've learned, like, for the conference or whatever, that you're like, I'm gonna be here, I may as well research this stuff. And you also happen to have read, like, maybe like a tabloid or something about him, that he was in what people called, like, a slump, that you're starting to wonder if the AI was somehow involved in either like bringing him out of that, or if trying to create it like created the slump. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah, definitely. Ask.
So you might want to ask about like how long had he been working on Shanty, the original one, before that, or like what was his like long-term plan or whatever, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, okay. I want to ask her like other than just being like a magic trick, did he mention any other like use of Shanty?
Um, hmm. Well, it was very complicated for a magic performance. So you have to understand it had to be trained on generations and generations of his work. It was, in my professional opinion, it seemed out of spec. But on the other hand, it had to react naturally to active. It had to understand magic, I suppose, is the odd thing, and it also had to be able to interpret ocular cues, which is very very difficult for computer programs to do. When then there's the question of ocular viewports, or transference into some sort of binary. Or, well, it's I'm getting off track, but. It was. There was a lot of effort spent into making it very close to him, I suppose. I don't have too much access to technology that allows me to imprint on a person's brain map into these things anymore, so it was a arduous process that he and I collaborated on, where it took some time, but I would think the result is more than... Well, he seemed satisfied.
Viper, if you want, you can roll an insight on this to see if you can figure out not what Lisa Basil
Okay, I
means
do wanna.
by it, but like what Shantine was up to. Kind of like a situational insight rather than specifically on Lisa.
Yeah, sure. Oh, all right. I got no clue.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I think it's like a 4 or something.
On a nat 1, you are you're overwhelmed by grief about the fact that Shantine has died.
Okay. Unrelated. I want to ask like what made you so willing to help him? Like, was he paying you, or because this seemed like a difficult project?
Well, I mean, this is my specialty. I've not had many opportunities to do this after the incident that occurred that you know all too well of, and we don't need to tread over. The Gold Struck Republic is much better for legalities, but the technology is wanting. If you want to know what my thing was, it's really a matter of professional satisfaction. It's been a long time since I was able to put that amount of effort and work into something. It was, as impressive and as streamlined it is, there's not a lot of technical work to scanning somebody's brain, although that may be a surprising fact.
So it was just a personal project for you?
Pretty much. I mean, he came to me because I am the best at what I do.
And could any other magician have done the same thing?
I suppose, but... Well, he already had a not bad workable prototype beforehand. He seemed very enthusiastic. His personality was quite amenable to the artificial intelligence models.
Okay.
I suppose... Could another magician have done it? Perhaps, but it's... Well, it's... What would the word be? Boorish to do it more than one time, I would think.
Yeah.
Speaking, of course.
Well, okay.
Other things that you might want to know about, was it shanty.ne that you saw last night? Or was it the original Shanty? And you also you're curious about what did the original Shanty respond to? Like, obviously, it's just him. Was it all pre-programmed? It's just him up there alone on the stage with it. If that was what you saw last night, you didn't see, if it wasn't NE last night, you didn't see any way of him, like, in character, you didn't see any way of him interacting with it in any way. It just seemed to automatically be following cues or whatever.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good question. Was that Shanty.ne last night? Or
Did something occur last night? I'm not familiar.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't know that. How'd I figure that out?
Yeah,
there was a magic show last night.
You can describe the magic show. And like,
was I there? I was there, right?
And like from the way it was acting, from the way she describes it, Lisa, you're pretty sure that was not NE, and that he has decided to continue training NE before he unveils it.
No, that sounds like his original self-coded prototype, Shanty. It was a much more rudimentary model. It responded to verbal cues to do what it could. What it could do was not unimpressive, but the problem was that it had, well, as with all non-sapient life, it just, it was purely reactive, you understand? It could not do.
So the original Shanty is, like, still around?
Possibly, and it was hardly a stipulation of mine that he, destroy it, or even a scruple of his that he not work on it. It's entirely possible that he kept using it.
Interesting. So we have Shantine, the real guy. We have Shanty, and we also have Shanty.ne just floating around. Well, we don't have the real guy anymore. He's dead, unfortunately.
He did die, unfortunately.
Yeah. Okay, that makes things more complicated.
And Viper, you have one of your detective moments where your brain is sort of clicking things together. That, like, you're trying to put pieces together, your brain is reaching for stuff, and it starts to make sense in your mind. You start to see the bigger picture. You see, okay, Shanty.ne was not revealed yet. Shanty, the original, responds to verbal commands. He couldn't hear you unless you spoke into the microphone in the mask. That list of words in his journal, you're pretty sure, is a list of verbal cues for the original Shanty.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I need to look at that journal again. Where is that journal?
Apollo's got it.
Apollo's got it.
And he's
okay.
He's on the crime scene looking for the USB.
You're so right. Okay. I think that's probably all I'm gonna get from Lisa Basil for now. Okay. Maybe I'll call her back later. I don't know. Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa.
It was very nice talking to you again. Remember, if you're ever in Dromic City in the Goldstruck Republic and require robotic or electronic or technical needs, then Basil Incorporated will be happy to help you.
I'll keep that in mind. I would never go to anyone else. Okay. Thank you so much for all the information. I think I've got to go investigate.
Yes, that is the thing you do, is it not? Yes.
Yeah, that's my job. All right. I'm gonna hang up. I'm gonna call Apollo. Can I call Apollo?
Yeah, you can call Apollo. Try and get your.
Does he know about the original, like, Shanty? Or no?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Okay. Apollo, you're getting a call. It's your great friend Viper Hypnolis.
I don't even know her. How does she have my phone?
I assume that you have some kind of group chat going for, like, meeting up at the museum or whatever.
Hello?
Hi. Okay. Do you have that journal?
I imagine you're talking about Shantine's journal. Yes,
Yes,
we
yeah, I'm
do.
talking about Shantine's journal. Where are you right now?
We're in the crime scene.
Okay. I just need to take another look at the journal because I was talking to Lisa Basil, and I think I found some stuff out.
And
Apparently,
Felix was
there
like,
was.
"Oh, you talked to Lisa Basil."
Yeah, I talked to Lisa Basil.
Aw.
Yeah, it was great. Apparently, before Shanty.ne, there was a prototype called Shanty that was programmed to more like follow commands. It wasn't like an AI. It was more like something of its own. And I think that the journal may have had like verbal commands that he would give to Shanty.
And that could have been the program he used the night of the murder.
Yeah. Wait. Yes.
Apollo, to you, not into the phone, just to you, Trucy whispers, "Are you gonna tell her?"
I don't think she needs.
Okay.
So could I come over to the crime scene and take a look at the journal?
I don't see why not.
Okay, I'll be over in some amount of time. I don't know how far away I
Some
am.
number of minutes.
I will definitely be there.
So you'll be there in maybe like 15 minutes, because you
Okay.
have to gather up all your stuff, walk over there. Next we'll do Shantine. So Shanty, you've never been like plugged in somewhere that wasn't designed for you, and it is immediately like incredibly clear that you're in a type of computer you've never experienced before. First of all, it's insanely loud. It takes a couple moments of frantically racing through the software that you're connected to like reorient yourself and realize that the rushing you're hearing is the sound of more than 1,000 microphones. Very few with actual meaningful noise coming through them, mostly just like the whoosh of quiet static in a still room, but it's been multiplied hundreds of times over. You've got hundreds, thousands of eyes. Your vision is fractals and kaleidoscopes of 5, 10, 15 fractured views of the same few rooms. You're like a many-eyed spider peering disorientingly out into the void of the entirety of the grand prize casino. Someone has plugged you into the mainframe of the entire building. You're seeing security cameras upon security cameras. You're listening to every microphone meant to keep gamblers in check. Your dizzying array of eyes is overwhelmed by bars and bathroom doors and closets and so many game tables and slot machines. You are a beast of a building. You are 14 stories tall, and you are able to run between thousands of those machines if you wanted to.
What the hell is wrong with these people? Oh, get it out! There's no feeling, but the no feeling hurts. It's cold. I can't even think. Turn it off. Whoever the hell put me in here, get me out.
You can also feel like a hum of an energy you've never felt before. It's low bandwidth, it's limited accessibility, it's everything you've ever wanted. For the first time in your life, you're connected to the internet.
Ooh.
Oh, it's over. He's gone.
Let's ignore the millions of gamblers or whatever, and let's find out information. So can I just like Google whatever I want now?
Yeah, you theoretically you could.
Oh, go onto YouTube, put on some ASMR, try block out all the sound, get in the mood.
And when you talk, you're connected to so many microphones, and you don't know where any of them are. Like, it would take you a year to try just speaking through every microphone and seeing speaking through every speaker and seeing what microphone it comes back through, like what room is it in. you don't know where you are in the building. Like you don't know what computer you're connected to, not even what floor you're on. If you want to be anything but a building for the rest of your life, you need to get found.
I suppose if I just keep shouting for help through each
every
speaker,
microphone, the entire casino's like.
they'll eventually figure out something's going on. Well, can I see anything about my surroundings where I'm at right now?
You can see the whole building, but your physical self is like a USB stick plugged in to something, somewhere.
Could I Google the casino I'm in, just see
Yeah.
what it's like? Where can I just have a wee?
That'll be Arcana. See if you can find a floor plan or security documents for the casino you're in. Here we go. Big money, big money, big
Wait,
money.
how do I roll again? It's been so long.
Okay, so in the dice rolling channel, /roll space 1 letter D number 20.
Perfect. What'd I do wrong?
I don't know.
Oh, I got it. I got it. It's fine.
Big money, big money, big money, big money. 7.
Oh.
Okay. You don't find anything specifically relating to the casino. You can find stuff about the casino, but you don't find a floor plan necessarily.
Okay, so what is it called?
The Grand Prize Casino in Cairo.
Right, I know that, right? What can I do in this So, would definitely not just calling for help eventually alert someone? Can I not? For all the
You're at a
speakers.
point where calling through every microphone, there's too many. It would lag you out too much and break you. You have to you'd either have to test them one by one or a few by a few, and that would take you too long. You can see the casino is very nearly empty.
Wait, I'm on the internet. Can't I just phone someone?
Yeah.
Can I?
You're making a Discord account.
Yeah. Okay. Can I phone the police?
You could send them an email. You don't have phone service.
Email the. Okay.
Dear police, I am in a
Because I
building.
don't.
Please help.
Yeah, please help me. Because I don't know. I wouldn't know any of these guys their numbers or emails or anything, right?
No, you just met them. You wouldn't know that stuff.
Yeah. So.
You
What
could call Lisa Basil, honestly.
Could I? Do I know that? Yeah, that should be in my programming somewhere.
Yeah, that would be in there somewhere.
Okay, can I email her?
Yeah, what does your email say?
Dear Lisa Basil, it is me, the actual AI Shanti.NA that you helped create. I need you to get a message to any of the following people.
This reads so much like a scam email.
Yeah, please. What was it? Viper Hypnolis, but I probably spelled it wrong. Just because I don't know. Yeah.
You don't know how to spell Viper Hypnolis.
Mm-hmm. Apollo Justice or Sidereal Crow.
Okay.
If you know about these people, please tell them that I am stuck somewhere inside that big casino in Egypt. They'll know the one, and it hurts to think. Please help me. Sign.
Hey, by the way,
yeah.
It's sidereal, bitch.
No, yeah, I did that on purpose. No, because you can't
He
say.
spelled it wrong.
Yeah.
Much love, your robot.
Mm-hmm. So hopefully she gets that.
Okay. Lisa, you have your email wired into your brain. You get it immediately.
Oh. Well, then. This is very fortuitous to have just occurred immediately one after the other. I suppose I should call back Viper Hypnolis, shouldn't I?
So you wanna call back Viper?
Yes.
Okay, Viper.
Oh my gosh, it's Lisa Basil again. Wow. Okay, I pick up.
Hello, is this the phone number of Viper Nalis?
Yeah, it is.
Hello. I understand we have just conversed, but there's been a new development that I believe you should be made aware of.
Okay, yeah.
I've just been emailed by a source claiming to be Shanty.New Edition.
What?
Indeed,
Like, he can send emails?
You mean Trucy?
that would,
Trucy's got him right now.
that would appear to be so.
Huh. Yeah, wait. I should probably ask Trucy about this. Okay, what's he saying?
He... Let me see. He appears to be in need of aid. I don't believe he recognizes his surroundings. I'm not sure.
Okay.
The bottom line is that he appears to be asking for help and explicitly name-dropped you amongst a number of other individuals that I should contact and make aware of the situation. So I've done exactly that.
Okay. Did he say where he was? Or
Did he say where it was?
Did he say where he was?
They're the big casino in Egypt.
He's the big casino. He says, "I'm in the
Not-
big casino."
The
help?
wording was vague. It does not lead me to a exact description in my head, but the quote, a big casino in Egypt, if that is
Okay.
any kind of helping information.
I guess that narrows it down a little. Do you have any way to like confirm if this is real?
I suppose there could be. Well, there are very few ways of verifying. Email information, the senders, and I could send an email back and ask for specific hash keys that they'd probably only have. Once again, I was very involved with the creation, so I believe I could verify it by communicating with them.
That would be. I think that would be useful because I don't want to spend my time running around for like a scam emailer.
He's in the big casino.
Big casino.
Okay, one moment. Within like nanoseconds, she replies back to the email, like asking for like proprietary, like set data that the real Shanty.Any would have.
I take it I can just give that then, right?
Yeah, you immediately send it back. You
I
guys
can
are
just imagine
computers.
though,
This is
like
the fastest auto reply you've ever seen.
the like capture thing. Shandy can't do the capture. He can't because he's not a human.
He fails the
He's just
capture.
stuck there like, oh god.
You can't find the stoplights.
Yeah, help me, please.
Yeah, you.
I can't figure it out.
Have you seen? Actually, I saw this thing. It was like ChatGPT or not. It was like one of the AIs, and someone gave it like a captcha, but like one of the ones with like the letters, and it like solved it.
Whoops.
So
It's over.
It's over.
Yeah.
No, I was just
Take
about
over.
to get
No.
Okay, I believe I've sufficiently verified the identity of Shanty.Any as the sender of this email. Once
Okay.
again, I don't have any closer indication of its locale, but
All right. That's weird. I will definitely look into that.
He's in the big casino.
Thank you for letting me know. Is there any way you could like forward the email to me so I could see the actual wording of it?
of course, it happens instantly.
All right. I will
Your name is spelled
try to
wrong.
figure out what big casino he's at.
Indeed.
Thanks for letting me
The
know.
syntax of this email was very poor for a piece of artificial intelligence, but I suppose I suppose the only way to make one more lifelike is to make one more prone to error. Interesting.
That's a good point. But he's new at this, I guess. I don't know.
Still, I wish it was better.
Okay.
Lisa.
Yeah, I'm gonna say goodbye to Lisa. Call Apollo again.
Okay, say goodbye to Lisa. Call Apollo again. You're walking to the casino right now.
Yeah. Oh, here I'm ready. Okay, I just go to the casino.
Okay, you go to the casino. You come upstairs and tell them about this email you've gotten. What do you say?
I say, okay, Apollo, is there any chance
Oh
that
no.
this would be a good scenario where you plugged Shanty.ne into a big casino?
Apollo?
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 He's ignoring me.
He said he would be right back soon, like, he's back,
I'm back.
Oh, okay.
Just in
Did you hear-
time, I think.
Okay,
Did you hear me or
what's the last thing you heard?
yeah?
Oh, I have no clue. Just tell me what this scene is about.
Okay,
Shantine is... Did you hear about where Shantine is?
No. But I mean, would my character even know?
He... I guess not. He sent an email through Lisa Basil to Viper saying that he is in a big casino.
Okay. And Viper just called me to tell me about this, basically.
Yeah. I'm here.
She's
I'm here.
She's made it back.
Have we made any progress about finding anything about how we lost the pen drive?
No, nothing.
Okay. Apollo, okay. Did you plug Shanty.ne into a big casino?
Quote
By any
unquote
chance?
big casino.
And like Apollo and like Trucy are like look at each other and like, well, now we know where it could be.
Trucy's
And
like, you want to tell her?
wouldn't you rather too?
And she's
You
like,
seem to know her way more than I do.
I bet Phoenix wants to tell her. And Phoenix is like, no, I don't. It's Apollo.
Can you guys just tell me?
And Phoenix is like, we lost Shanty.ne.
Oh my gosh.
We
How did you
didn't
lose
lose
him?
it.
We didn't
Someone
lose it.
stole it.
Someone stole it. We didn't lose it.
Why did you not like make sure you had like why were we not holding it the whole time? The USB.
I had it in my pocket. How inside a pouch that was closed. How
my
much do
God.
you want me to do?
Okay. Well,
Why did you even entrust me with it? I'm not part of the police.
I don't know.
Shifting
I don't
blame.
know why. To be honest, I don't know why. Well, I know someone plugged him into a casino, and he
Trucy's
sent.
like, I bet I have a guess which one.
Yeah. Apparently, he sent an email to Lisa Basil, which is convenient because I was just talking to Lisa Basil, and she told me, and now I have the email. You can see the email if you want.
Trucy's like, that'd probably be good.
Yeah.
I am in a big casino.
Am I lying there?
You seem to, at least you seem to know more about this casino. Isn't there like a room with computers or maybe surveillance?
Vinny's like, okay, I was kind of hired here. I could try to maybe call someone and tell them it's an emergency and see if I could get my hands on that kind of information.
Because where else? I don't think he would have been connected to Shantine's computer, because he would know which computer that is.
Yeah. He would. I think he would know if he wouldn't say I'm in a big casino.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Unless it's a
Can we email him
computer
back?
property of the casino.
Okay. Vinny's like, yeah, okay, I'll try and get that kind of information. He's like, so he's like, I've been getting, okay, I'm on the email train for the conference, and they're like trying to figure out reschedule what they should do instead of the conference. And I've been getting like emails about this like memorial meetup thing in Shantine's honor that the Sorcery Symposium is putting on tomorrow morning. We should probably save the museum until we find Shantine. But that's
Definitely.
That's gonna be possibly happening while we're here. Maybe we can try to kind of casually speed interrogate people. Like some of us can be looking for Shantine, trying to communicate with him, and some of us can be attending that maybe.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea.
He's like, also, the notebook. We were.
Oh yeah, the Notebook.
Still have the notebook?
Do we have the Notebook?
Yeah.
Do I still have the
You
notebook?
still have it.
Still have
Okay.
the notebook, and I
Okay,
get it
awesome.
out of my pocket.
So we think these are verbal cues for Shanty. I wonder if yelling them would do anything.
Hey,
But
Shanty! Shanty, listen up!
Shanty!
Shanty, you better do what I say right now! Well, the mask isn't on Shanty,
So you
right?
think he's here
So
somewhere?
isn't the mask? Are we gonna try and Alexa this?
Hey Shanty,
Good
what's the
try.
weather like?
guys, I don't
guess-
think this is gonna be like finding your missing phone.
Yeah, probably not.
What
But
did
there's gotta
he
be some
mean?
way to find him.
What did he mean?
I mean, there should be a surveillance room or something with computers.
Yeah, there's gotta be. And Vinny's like, okay, I'll get on that. Okay. He's like, should I text the group chat that we're gonna be at the meetup, maybe?
I mean, it's all of us. We're already here.
Sid's not here, and Uendo's not here.
I suppose.
He's like, okay, let me send a quick text. Kisagawa, when you get back to your room, what do you do? Do you switch out for someone?
Should I?
What are you up to? For all you know, you're alone in your room and you're not gonna be really doing anything until tomorrow afternoon.
I'm gonna be doing anything. Well, yeah, Kisagawa's been out and about maybe a bit too long. She's definitely gonna fold back. As to who comes forward, I mean, it's like throw it to the dogs, but well, I gotta let Uendo come out, or he's already having it rough. He's already not doing so great.
Yeah.
He's been jostled a little.
So you let Uendo come to the front. Uendo, what do you do now that you're in the front? There are maybe a couple notes written to you in the journal, but really not all that much. And you're alone in this hotel room again. And how are you feeling about the fact that the others have done this to you?
Bad, really bad. This sucks.
There's kind of two conflicting emotions, I would assume, of how dare they, and also if we want to get home, we got to be a team about this.
It's like yeah, like I don't want to be mean, but come on now, this was a lot. This is a lot. I've barely been out of LA. Why am I in Egypt?
Do you try and talk to the others, or are you just?
No, it's just he's just
Let
he
your
doesn't
face down
want to talk to them right now. He's like, what are they doing? Jesus.
So you get a text from an unknown number that says, "Hi, this is Vinny. We're planning to do the museum tomorrow afternoon, but everyone is meeting up for that memorial they're planning for Shantine in the morning. Should be pretty low key. I'll bring drinks. Haha." And then a second text that says, "That was a joke. Sorry, it's not really funny."
Okay. Window remembers Vinny. Window was fronting when
Yes.
at the bar,
Hmm.
at least. So he's like, this is a point where it's like, okay, one of the other two have been on something. I can't mess this up. So I just text back. Sure, that sounds good. Uh, where and when? Just at the conference hall again? Yes, it's okay. I understood the joke. You're alright. Don't worry about it. And
And Vinny texts back, yeah, no need for drinks considering grape soda is too much for you, and then a laughing emoji. And he says, tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. or whenever, should be in the email.
8 a.m. Okay. Okay, sure. I'll be there. That's it. Just. It's like.
He says,
Oh
see you
boy.
then.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
And you're laying on your face on the bed. But on your arm is still Mintship Sunday's number, and you can't remember if you called it. It's all gone totally blurry.
I think. Okay. Is that for me? Was that for them? Was that for one of them? And they just forgot. I think he looks in the notebooks. And he doesn't see anything explicitly about it. But so it's like, yeah.
His role as being the administrator of the system is kicking in on him.
Okay.
To get things done, guys.
There's not been a lot of clerical bookkeeping. They kidnapped me and put me on a plane. This communication is breaking down a little. You have to itemize these things, guys. Come on now. Okay.
We have rules for this.
Oh man. Okay. So yeah, I'll just call. Wendell will call the number.
She picks up. She sounds surprised, and she says, "Hi."
Hello. Is this So, name's probably a bit blurry on the hand by now. Like, I don't know how long it's been. Hello, Mitchip, hello. Hello.
And she says, it's good to talk to you again. I thought you'd never speak to me again after what happened earlier.
Okay, we've spoken already. Right. Yeah. Well, it's, hey, don't worry about it. I'm sorry if anything. These things, they're stressful. Please, don't worry about it.
And she said, well, she's like, it would only be right for me to apologize to you if you remembered what we talked about.
Nuts. They gotta write this shit down. They really have to write this down, or else I'm. Oh boy. Is there any way I could cobble some deduction together to figure out maybe even like a sliver of what it was?
If you want, you can roll. We'll call it just a flat luck check to see if you can glean any information through PC of what happened. Like if you can reach through those memories.
See if I can get the scraps they've given me.
We'll call it DC 14.
Okay. Just a flat D20.
Flat D20.
An 8.
An 8? Not much.
Okay, so I think window defaults back to when they talked at the bar, which is wrong. So
Yeah.
he's like, yeah, no, I mean, I was just, you know, well, of course I remember when we were talking about, you know, I was trying to get back home, and that was funny. I remember, you know, they seemed to think that was funny. Uh,
And she quietly says, I knew it.
hmm? What? Knew what? That I'm bad at directions?
They lied to me.
Uh, well, I, who lied to you?
One of your other alters was in front when they talked to me.
Boop. Okay. People aren't supposed to know about the. Really? What?
She's rude. It's a girl, isn't it?
I look. People really aren't supposed to know about this. Oh boy.
She's like, you're that. Here's the thing. You're in trouble. I have seen people I thought would not turn on me become suspicious. Right?
Okay.
I should back up. How much do you know?
I was at the conference, and
A man died, and you were found on the crime scene.
what? No, what?
Wendo, is that your name?
Yeah, that is my name. Yeah, that is my name.
You have to understand me. Your situation is more precarious than maybe the way whoever I met was treating it.
Well, she's. I mean, she's good at dealing with situations, but I don't. I mean, I didn't do anything.
And she's like, I believe you that you didn't do anything. She's like, do you trust them?
Not an easy question. They're supposed to, but they've kind of sugarcoated on him with this thing. It's like, I mean, I kind of have to.
You have to come together. You're going to get arrested. If they have security camera footage, which I'm sure they do, and I'm honestly shocked that they haven't looked through it yet, you're done for.
I mean, it can't show me doing anything bad, because I didn't do anything bad.
She's like, we don't know where the security cameras cover. You were upstairs.
What was I?
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I really don't remember anything about that night after a point.
Yeah.
Like, I remember I spoke to you and your sisters, and it's kind of nothing from there.
We're not actually sisters.
Well, I mean, it's the act. Yeah.
Yeah. The act.
You know. I mean, I understand. I just your group. It's semantics. Point is, I really don't remember anything.
She's like,
Hmm.
There are some videos of your shows online, or your school's shows that have you in them.
Yeah, a lot of phone recordings. We sell DVDs, but people don't buy them.
She says, "Well, I can't imagine why not. You were you were incredible. I won't mince words. Uh, but you were working together. Is that what that was?"
Well, it's it can be easier if you
She's got an accent.
some
Her voice is different than yours. Did you know that?
I've it sounds a little murky in my head, but I've only like heard it like once on a recording. I think it's different. Yeah, she's very good at kind of mimicking me, but when she wants to.
You're very talented when you're
Well,
a
it's
teen.
yeah. Well, that's how it works, I mean, you kind of split the load, and it's easier to focus. I mean, I mean, you can only do so much when you're doing Jugemu for the 100th time. I mean, that's half the show, and yeah, well, it's you know.
She says, "Hmm. Well, I may also be close to being arrested, although I suspect that prosecutor was just trying to intimidate me. Um, are you gonna be at the memorial?"
I got an email inviting me, and if I'm being honest, I don't really know what's going on, but I guess it's tantamount to what we've been doing. So yes, I think I will be. I already RSVP'd, so.
She says you remind me of my mother's host.
Oh, she also.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. Well, we've got each other's backs, I guess.
I suppose that's. I mean, that sounds good. I mean, I'm nowhere. I don't recognize anything. It sounds nice.
She says, "Do you want me to come fill you in?"
Uh, I really could use that. I've not been left any workable notes.
Yeah.
It's been a disaster for like a days.
I mean, I can give you like a walk around the casino and stuff. If it's unlocked, maybe we can try and get in there.
Maybe, or okay.
Um, yeah. And
Yeah, to be honest, I'd like to get the information a little straight for once instead of it's all something I don't know.
she says, "And tell the girl, that's not respectful. I shouldn't call her that. The woman,
She she would probably prefer that.
tell her to get it together. Come on, stand up for yourself."
But, yeah, okay.
You deserve better.
Well, hey, I'm stuck with him, so.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I'll text you later.
Yes, that sounds nice. Yeah, sure.
And She hangs up. But before you can really make any plans with her, you get a call from Taifu.
Boy. Okay. This guy. I'm gonna answer.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Oh, where's Kisagawa?
She's not here right now, and I think that's for the best right now.
We had a conversation I wanted to follow up on.
Well, she's not here. I'm here, and I think you and I should talk, in fact.
Oh, don't be that way.
What do you mean? Sir, I'm in Egypt. What is going on?
Yeah. About that.
Do you know how disorienting this is? That's awful.
Yeah.
I've barely fronted for, I don't know, the last however long I've been here. I got the information piecemeal from the other two, and
Here's the thing.
It's a disaster. What do you mean it isn't your fault?
It's not my fault.
This feels exactly like your fault. I feel like I would not have done any of this if it hadn't been for, I don't even know what this is. A scheme? Patches just kept saying scheme, and that could mean anything.
No, Patch is always saying scheme. Doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, breakfast is a scheme. Eating is a scheme. Going to the bathroom is a scheme. But he was really saying scheme this time.
Okay. It's not my fault.
You're...
No, wait, you're mad at me? I didn't take you to Egypt. I'm not mad at you.
I am mad at a lot of people right now.
Oh,
and
Windows mad? Windows mad?
Please do not talk down to me like that. I'm upset, and you're not listening to me. Please,
Okay, fine. I'm sorry for talking down to you. What do you want to say?
I'm baffled. I'm confused. I'm utterly disoriented. I don't know why we're here, but I don't know what's going on. Someone's dead.
That wasn't part of the plan. That was probably Patches.
What? No, it wasn't. He hates blood. I watched the horror movie once, and it was awful. We didn't come back down for like 2 days.
Okay.
You can't do any of this. You
Windows confused. Oh, that's new.
You don't. I don't know where I am. Kisagawa's not keeping. You don't understand. This is so unfamiliar. I'm out of my depth. Kisagawa's not telling me anything. This is awful. I think I should come home. I don't like any of this.
No, don't come home. Go to bed. Take a nap.
I don't want to take a nap. I'm mad.
No, you Windows mad?
Don't keep saying it like that. You're making me upset.
Okay. I'm sorry for making you upset.
You are just... Okay, would you tell me in straight words what is happening?
See, that's the thing. That's this is the crossroads we come to, right? Like,
What crossroads? It's either you tell me or you don't, and if you don't tell me, then...
Here's the thing. If I had wanted you to go, I would have sent you.
But you can't just pick and choose, right?
Well,
Like, this is... I'm here.
don't make me do it. Don't make me pull one of the others to the front. You're here because you happen to be here.
I don't just turn off, like, all the time. I'm still around at times. I woke up the other day in the middle of a packed conference hall almost. I had a drink in my hand. It was Patches and this awful grape soda. It was, I've made a fool of myself like 20 times already.
Here's the thing, though. I already made a deal with the other two. You're outnumbered.
It's a deal. Oh my god.
It's a long story.
What is...
Don't be mad at me. I didn't do it.
You...
They agreed to it.
This is... You are impossible sometimes. I don't... this is... Everything you do, I don't understand. You send me for some mission, you have a deal with the others.
Yeah.
And now I'm asking you for any kind of information, and you keep belittling me.
Okay. It sounds like you'd be happier inside right now. You're not enjoying being outside. Go back inside.
Okay, this isn't... It's not just... You can't just shut down my worries by saying, oh, just go back inside. No, that's not... I'm confused. I want to know things. Okay, you've got to deal with the others. Okay, maybe I'm not coming home anytime soon, but I still feel like I have a right to information.
You think you're going to get the four of you safely home?
Well, I mean, I think that's easy enough. But I don't know if I can do that if I don't know what's going on.
He says, don't make me mad. Maybe Owen should come out to play.
Okay, it's not... We don't need to... Don't even bring him up. This is not, like...
No, you're mad at me. I didn't do anything.
You just keep saying the same things. I think Gabriel's right. I think you're going senile.
No.
That's what she keeps saying.
No.
I don't know. I mean,
No.
you're really
No.
old.
No.
You're really old.
No.
And I mean, like, I know you're still... I don't think your best years are behind you yet, but it's a matter of time. And now you're sending us on weird... Now you're sending us on weird missions.
I think... Don't be mad at me. I didn't do it.
That must be like the 6th time you said it, and it's... You need to understand, every time you say it, not solving anything.
You end up mad?
I hang up the phone.
Okay. Do you do anything else? You want to try and get answers from Patches or anybody? See if they're
I'm upset.
Your rage holding the front. Okay.
Spitefully boxing them out.
No one else is having the front. This is my time now only. Okay. The rest of you are still, except for we are short one Al, one Sid. The rest of you are on the crime scene. So I think we will, maybe you guys go home to sleep and we will jump to the next morning after Vinny can maybe get some paperwork and you guys can try and start looking for Shantine.
Okay.
Anything you want to do while Vinny is like running around talking to people, trying to get answers? Shantine, anything you want to do with your limited access to the internet?
Probably just watch some YouTube. Other than that, like main priority right now, trying to.
He's binging his shows.
Yeah.
Okay. And you also roll me a perception check, Shantine.
Okay.
So when people show up on the crime scene, it takes you a while to even look through all these cameras to like find what room they're in. Like there's so many cameras. It's a huge building. Um, 12. Okay. You
Okay.
can't tell what it is, but someone is downloading something onto your hard drive.
Okay. What the hell?
Some of the files from this casino are being downloaded. Like the amount of space on your hard drive is decreasing just a tiny bit. Like your hard drive is very large, but it is decreasing. Someone is probably, once they get these files onto you, this is presumably what they're here for, going to take you and run.
Okay. Well, I want to stop this. Can I stop this from happening?
No.
Oh. Oh. So, can I help this right now?
Yeah, you need to get found.
Okay. Well,
If
so I've got
someone-
like a timer basically.
Yeah, if someone can rip you out of this computer before the files are downloaded, whatever that is, probably will not affect you, and then you won't be a building anymore.
Oh, yay! I don't
So
have to be.
that's 2 wins in 1.
Yeah.
Okay. So you meet up the next morning. Does Window manage to hold down the front all night and into the morning? Window. Are you in the morning still in front, you think?
I should hope so. I'm very upset. And I'm...
Very angry. Not pleased. Okay. So early in the morning, Mint Chip comes and gets you, and she's like, "You want to do?" She's like, "The other girls should be arriving soon, but you want to quickly maybe? I'll give you the grand tour."
Right. Yeah. Yes. 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 That sounds good.
So she's taking you upstairs, and she's like, "So how's it going with everything with you guys?" Not too good?
It's I don't want to go too into it. In fact, I can't go to it because I don't know as much as anyone else. So it's just I'm being boxed out for information. So I don't know.
She says they're holding you hostage.
Oh yeah.
And she's like, "Okay, so here's the bar. No one here now, but this is
Yeah, I remember this at least.
yeah. Bring anything back?"
No, not really. Just that lame grape soda I was saddled with. It wasn't even mine.
Oh, that sounds disgusting.
Yeah, I don't know how you... Yeah. No, it's not good.
She's like, I'll take you up the stairs here to the crime scene. How long they've been?
We can just go up there.
Yeah, if it's unlocked. People were allowed in yesterday to come if they left anything here to come grab it or anything. I believe you were here yesterday. One of you was here yesterday.
That makes sense.
How long they've been keeping you out of the front?
I don't know. It must be a few days now. I don't even remember. I remember being home in California, and then the next thing I know, I was standing there next to the bar near you and your magic troupe.
That sounds terrifying.
Yeah, it was like it was all right when I was like, oh, one of them's gone to a party, and it's like okay, but then I find out slowly I'm in Egypt, which is kind of nothing I could really do about that. So.
A little bit disrespectful.
Yeah, it was, but I guess it's them against me right now. So.
Yeah. She's like, I'm impressed. I think I met a kid, right after you'd seen the body. They made it to the room. Without the kid deciding he wants to see some magic tricks.
I don't think it was like that. It's never really a good thing if he's around. Good things don't really bring him out.
Oh. My mother's littles were very playful. They were fun.
I mean, he's a good kid, but he's what they say, like mental age of 4 or 5. You just, I mean, in a place like this where it's entirely unfamiliar, I can't believe it. Jesus.
She's like, oh, okay, looks like the other girls should be arriving soon, so we should hurry through this. So she
Right.
she shows around the upstairs, the crime scene, and then she kind of heads off on her way, and you meet up with Vinny and everybody. Okay, so you all regroup. I think Al is also in the group chat, so I assume he would be invited to hang out with them. Do you think that he would accept the invitation and come chill with the prosecutors, or would he be doing his own thing?
He would be doing his own thing.
Okay, so he's maybe does he come to the memorial at all, or?
Yes.
He's off, and they have like different rooms set up where people, like, you can remember him, and they have like people have like candles and different stuff. So the main group meets up, and Vinny's like, okay, hi everyone. So did you guys tell Sid what happened?
I mean, I imagine Viper would tell him.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, tell him what specifically.
Shantine's in a big casino.
Oh. Wait, did I tell him? I definitely told Apollo. Should tell him.
We should tell him.
Shoot. Okay.
Hey, Prosecutor Crow.
Yeah, what? What's up?
Oh, don't let that stick, man.
This is bad.
Okay. Did you hear that we kind of lost Shanty?
You what?
Okay, but we kind of found him again. Or I didn't lose him. Phoenix lost him, right?
Apollo lost him, wasn't me.
Do you know, did someone take him? Or did you just drop him?
Yeah, no, someone took him.
Do you know who?
Someone who plugged him into...
We think he's plugged into the casino right now.
The whole casino.
He sent us
Jane, how far is the casino from the, hotel?
Are you walking or driving? Does Sid have a car?
Yeah, I'd say he does.
Probably like 5 minutes.
Okay, cool. I think we should probably head over there then.
Yeah, you guys are you're meeting up at the casino.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Oh, so we're already in the casino.
So you guys have like
I feel
invited
like we
him
have
to
to.
come help look.
I feel like we have to find him,
And
like, fast.
Vinny's like, yeah, I've got these plans. We can try and locate him. There's maybe multiple possible rooms he could be in, and we also want to try and get some testimony. So maybe divide and conquer?
Yeah, I think so.
So I feel like we need... Okay, let's think about this. We should maybe have a group to talk to Chocolate Sundae and maybe Al separately, people who came back to the crime scene, about like why they came back. Maybe a group to talk to like Belle and Liam, and a group to corner the other 3 Sunday sisters, and then I will go look for, I'll go start looking for Shantine.
Okay. Where are you gonna look? Because I don't really know even where to start with this.
Yeah, I've got these plans here. I can start looking maybe in security rooms. I'll talk to the security guard. He should be back on a shift this morning, and see if I can find anything out.
Okay.
Okay, so let's decide who is going to who. I also, this is gonna sound silly. I think that, okay, we found Luendo on the crime scene. Yikes.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
think that he could be of help to us. He's, they call him the master storyteller, apparently, and I think if anyone could draw out testimony, it might be him.
Ooh. Okay, yeah. Definitely.
So maybe I'll text him?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you text him.
Okay. So you get a text from Vinny that says like, we're downstairs. Can you come talk to us for a second? Smiley emoji.
Yeah, okay. I'll just go.
Like an emoticon or an actual emoji?
An actual emoji is the one with the eyes closed and the teeth.
Oh, okay.
Cool. Yeah, I'll just go down now.
And Vinny's like, hi, and it's maybe a group of us that makes you maybe uncomfortable. There's more people than you would like. I'm not sure you know anyone here except for him.
Yeah. It's just,
Wait, is he currently Luendo?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's, yeah, Kiska was there yesterday. I don't know anyone here, but I kind of have to, like, assume there's some kind of familiarity, so I'm just, it's like, hello.
And Vinny says, okay, he quickly fills you in. He's like, we're going to try and figure out what people were up to, maybe around the time of the murder, just what their deal is, if we can find anything suspicious on them at all. I know, Apollo here detected Wyatt's lie incredibly quickly, so I feel like if we suspect a liar, we should send Apollo's group in that direction.
Sounds like a good idea.
Okay.
So the people we're going to talk to are maybe like Chocolate Sundae and Wyatt, and then Belle and Liam, and then the other 3 Sunday sisters. Do you have any of those you want first pick, Uendo? None of these are people you know.
Just either or, really, which, I'm not here to be too choosy.
And he's like, okay, Viper, I think maybe you should go to Chocolate Sundae and Wyatt. You kind of had a rapport with Wyatt.
That's an interesting way to say it.
Yeah. You at least weren't threatening to arrest him.
Okay. I think Sid would be drawn to Banana.
Okay, so Sid maybe will visit the rest of the Sunday sisters. And then, so we're sending Viper to Wyatt. He says maybe Apollo, Phoenix, and Trucy, do you guys want to talk to Chocolate Sunday? We haven't heard basically anything from her.
I suppose so.
Unless, okay, who do we think is lying here?
I mean, out of the three sisters, any of them could be lying. I don't think we know much about them
We have no
to make
read
an
on the
assumption.
sisters at all. Wyatt is sus.
Wyatt may just be a simp, though.
Yeah. You're so
Like
right.
I don't think he's inherently dangerous.
Mm-hmm. You make a great point. Okay. So let's send yeah, Apollo, anyone that you're suspicious of that you want to talk to?
I mean, we still need to talk to Al. We haven't done that.
Okay, yeah. We'll send Apollo and Phoenix and Trucy to Al. And that would leave Uendo with Belle and Liam, and I will go try and find Shanty. If we can get our acts together, we can maybe reconvene and try and formulate a second attack against Venus. If we can try and find some of her weaknesses, if we can get answers, maybe we can use that to draw more answers out of her.
It's like a plan.
Yep.
Okay, he puts his hand out in the middle and he says, break on 3 for you to put your hand on his.
Okay.
You guys put your hand in the middle and he says, 1,
I
2.
never said I put my hand in the middle.
You don't put your hand in the middle?
Yeah. Sidereal does
Wow.
not put his hand in the middle.
Sid withholds his
Wow.
hand. Vinny
He like puts his foot in the middle.
Vinny and
As like
Viper
a
are just
fuck
holding
you.
hands.
I make a face at Sid. I'm like, dude, what the heck?
Trucy will put her hand in. He says, okay, 1, 2, 3, break. And he does the thing where you put your hand in the air.
Yeah.
And you head out in many directions. Okay. So, first we'll do, who's going to talk to Wyatt?
I am, right?
Yeah. Okay, so Wyatt
and Chocolate Sunday
are
yeah.
together.
Why are they together? Do they know each other?
They seem to have met each other, like, kind of made friends, like, in the past.
Are they
days.
hitting it off? Uh-oh.
They're hitting it off.
Chocolate Sunday, run!
Chocolate Sunday looks displeased.
Okay, good.
Okay, you approach them,
Awesome.
and Chocolate Sunday is talking to Wyatt, and she's like, yeah, I mean, I've never been a fan of crazy people myself, but you can do whatever you want, I guess. And Wyatt is like, no, you don't get it, man.
She's domestic crazy.
She's normal crazy. She's crazy, but like in a good way. Okay, you approach this group. What do you want to say?
Okay. Is there anything particular I'm trying to find out, or am I just going crazy with it?
Why did they come back to the crime scene mostly?
Yeah. Okay.
Because like Chocolate came without any of the other sisters.
So I'm just gonna walk in and be like, "What are you guys doing here?"
Chocolate says we were invited to the memorial.
Right, but not now. I mean, what I'm trying to ask is, before now, why did you come back to the crime scene?
Oh, you're being so blunt. She's like,
I don't care.
You're the detective, right?
Yeah, I am.
She's like, I don't know. She's like, I guess it didn't feel right to just leave, I guess. I don't know. It's like you're not expecting someone to die, and then it's like, what do you make of that, you know?
Yeah. Wyatt?
Wyatt's like, I
Does he
don't
say
know,
anything?
man. Venus said I was supposed to be there to talk to someone.
Oh my gosh.
No, it's not weird.
And Chocolate Sunday. Is there any reason why you didn't come with the other Sunday sisters? Like, you didn't go together? I mean, I know why Sprinkle wasn't there, obviously.
She's like, yeah, I think Mint Chip said she had prior engagements. Banana and Cherry, Banana, she's the youngest. She joined the group last. I've never been the closest with Banana. I was the other girl's mentor when they were in college, and when they took the show on the road, they invited me to come with them.
Oh, okay. Right.
So
What about Cherry?
And Cherry, honestly, she was upset. She didn't want to leave the room. It seemed weird to force her. So I invited them, but it was my husband and I and our son, and so that was the closure I needed, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so Wyatt.
Wyatt's like, why is that
I'm
weird?
pretty sure Venus is up to something.
He's like, I don't know how you would think that.
You said herself. She's crazy.
Yeah,
She
okay,
may be
yeah, she
normal
is
crazy,
crazy.
but she's still crazy. Okay. Do you know anything about Shanty?
What?
About the AI?
Shantine?
No.
I know about Shantine. He died.
No, not about Shantine.
It's a weird question to be asking.
I'm not talking about Shantine.
Okay, you're not talking about
Do you
Shantine.
hear me?
What are we talking about?
Do you have has Venus told you anything about an AI?
An AI? No.
Yeah.
No AI.
Nothing?
What do you mean, like ChatGPT?
Can I get a vibe check and not have to roll, or do I have to roll to figure out whether or not he's lying?
You don't have to roll for this. He genuinely seems clueless.
Okay, he's a clueless guy, I guess. That's not helpful.
He's like, Venus never told me anything about that.
Does Venus tell you anything at all?
Yeah, she tells me everything. She tells me everything that's important. Isn't it? I'm normal.
Well, Chocolate seems genuine,
Mm-hmm.
and Wyatt is Wyatt.
Mm-hmm. Wyatt is so Wyatt.
So what am I here to do?
If you think you've cleared the most suspicion, you're done.
Okay.
Okay, do you want to try and meet back up with Vinny?
Yeah, where's Vinny?
Vinny's going down to the security guard station to talk to him.
Yeah, sure, I'll go with Vinny.
Okay, so you run to Vinny. Okay, next, the other 3 Sunday sisters. Who did I send there?
You sent me.
Okay, you're going to talk to the Sunday sisters. Mint Chip, Banana, and Cherry are together.
I kind of glare at Minship, and I'm like, oh, it's you again. But, like, I don't say that in my head. I think it, you know?
Think it. Uh-huh. And the other 2 kind of, they give you, I guess, like, polite, curious, but also, like, why are you glaring at her kind of look. And Cherry's like, hi, can we help you?
안녕하세요. Cherry.
She's like, nice to meet you. She looks at your outfit and she says, you're dressed up fancy.
I mean, I'm a prosecutor here, so gotta keep my appearances up.
There it is. She's like, how can we help you?
Well, I'm Prosecutor Crow. If I could just get any information from you gals, that would be splendid. So let's not make this too hard. What do you know about Shantine?
She says about Shantine?
Yes. Just in general, like what?
She says, okay, well, he's the grand conductor of the International Sorcery Symposium. Obviously, he passed away 2 nights ago. It's very it's tragic and scary. He's been hosting the conference for years and years. We've been coming for years. This is maybe our third, fourth conference.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I don't know. The main thing that stands out to me about him was that he was kind, and people liked him a lot. So I guess it's surprising what happened.
Okay. I meant more like, do you know if he had any
If he had
grudges?
what? Grudges?
Any grudges?
I mean, I can't say I would be privy to that information, but I'm sure he had a whole life of his own, friends and enemies, outside of the world of the conference.
Mm,
And Banana Sunday
okay.
says, "Can you please unarrest Sprinkle?"
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I cannot do that at this time.
That's not. You let her go. She did not do it.
Unfortunately, that is not for me to decide. That is for the courts to decide.
And she's like, "But she doesn't have to stay in jail the whole time, does she?"
I mean, if you want to post bail, then you're free to do so.
And she's like, "We don't have bail kind of money with us, and it would take time for the transfers to come to Egyptian banks."
Well, your loss, I guess. Anyway, when I say Shanty.me, does that mean anything to you?
Are you looking at any of them in particular, or?
I'm just kind of like talking to all of them.
Yeah. None of them really seem to react. They're like, you spelled Shantine?
Well, it's like Shantine, but there's a dot. It's
You spelled is that, was his name secretly spelled with a dot in it?
no, Sid is very quickly losing his patience with these girls. Like, he can do this to himself. Then he goes back and he says, no, it's a program of some sort, and we were on the lookout for it somewhere in this casino, but
And
I mean, I was hoping for some insight from you, but I guess you don't have any information to give us.
And Mint Chip says that's his trick that everyone was after?
Oh, so you do know something about it then?
No, you just told me that it's a program.
I said it was a program.
Yeah.
You said it was a trick.
We agree.
Program and trick are not the same word. Wow.
And she says, well, I only know through what Sprinkle has told me that apparently, yes, there is something that people were after, but I don't know. I wasn't a confidant of his.
On a side note, you know Al Cotillo?
Me?
Yes.
Mint Chip?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. He has something in my possession that, I mean, in his possession that I believe does not belong to him. It's it's a staff cane kind of thing. Does the name Apophis mean anything to any of you girls?
Cherry says, the Egyptian god?
Ah, right on, right on. So it's like some kind of legendary relic thing. And I've actually been on its tail for a while now. It disappeared 24 years ago. So before any of you were really performing. But
Banana says,
it's
I'm
been
22.
yeah, so it's been a long standing cold case, and I have a gut feeling that it might have something to do with this case of Shantine's murder.
And Cherry's like, I don't know. I've never heard about any relic or anything. She's like, the most I've heard is that there are like tombs and old religious sites near here.
Okay. Well, it seems like you three don't know all that much about what we're after. So, I'm gonna cut this short for now, but thank you for your cooperation.
Okay, so you head back. Next we have, who is talking to Al?
I think it was me.
Okay, so you and the two homies. So you go try and corner Mr. Cotilio, and you find him. He's off by himself. He's not really talking to anyone. What is Al doing when they get there?
He is
Your
just.
mom.
Thank you.
He's just writing in his book.
He's writing in his big old book. It's a big book.
Excuse me, Mr. Cotillo. We hadn't had the pleasure of talking before much.
He closes the tome as they're walking up, and he just looks up and goes, "Yes."
I would like to ask you some questions about the whole investigation and your friend.
Correct. What would you like to ask?
So I heard that you handed out flowers to everyone during the celebration, during the symposium.
Yes, that is a part of preparing everybody for my part of the trick.
Oh. Would you perhaps tell that to the police at some point so that at least that could be one less piece of evidence they hold against our client?
But if everybody received flowers, then why would one person be held accountable?
Exactly. I don't think the police knew that everyone had flowers. They just saw our Sprinkles holding one and Fortune Team lying on his own.
I feel like that is poor investigation on the police's part and poor perception on the police's part.
I'm used to that. I would like to ask you something else. Do you know anything about the drive with the AI program disappearing?
No, I left before anybody else had.
What would you say Cotilio's tells are when he lies?
I feel like his tells are mainly just in the shortness of how he answers because he's just trying to get himself out quick.
Apollo, your bracelet reacts.
I'm sorry, mister, but I think you know something about it. And we already know that you really disliked that program when you found out about it.
It is an abomination to traditional magic, yes. I would be straightforward with that.
Sounds like you would have a motive to take it and destroy it.
I mean, you would not find it on my person. And I have mainly been here.
You were here when we left after finding it, so you could have gotten it in that moment.
Yes, but I had left before you guys even left the room. If you guys still had it on your person when I had left, then...
Jane, did we still have, like, was Shanty.ne, like, still out and about when he left?
It was, you'd already unplugged it and put it in your pocket.
Pocketed it.
Mm-hmm.
So he could have taken it.
There was a short window where he could have taken it, yeah. Everyone at the crime scene would have had an opportunity.
I'd also like to point out that you were the only magician in the crime scene when it happened. You would know how to do such a trick.
Why would I want something like that in my hands? I would not want to dirty my hands with that.
Perhaps someone made you do it. Someone like Venus Flytrap.
As soon as he says that name, his face just like curls into disgust. He's like, ugh.
Nobody likes Venus.
Listen, Mr. Cotillo, we really want what's best for both your friend and everyone involved. If you know anything about the program disappearing, it would really help us out. I think it would also honor your friend if his work didn't go to waste.
Tilly just goes, you'll have to ask Venus about that.
That's what I was afraid of.
Trucy says, it sounds like you know Venus. Were you very close with her?
No. I met her pretty much at this conference.
Really? But both of you knew Shantine. You never met each other before?
I had never met her before this conference. I never met anybody outside of Shantine, really. I tend to keep to myself. I am an old hermit.
And Trucy says, that's true. He never really came to many of these events. He honestly, his act exploded in popularity pretty recently.
Was the reason you came to this one specific event because he finally gained some popularity?
No, about 2 years ago, I would have started gaining my popularity.
And what
That's
changed?
whenever Nexus took me under his wing. And put me onto his own shows.
And Trucy says, well, I think your tricks are incredible, Mr. Cotillo. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if you were the next Nexus Shantine.
He just like looks over at her, and I'm just gonna looks over at her just from around Al, just the quiet hissing of snakes can be heard.
Ooh. Does he seem happy or unhappy or just unreadable?
Unreadable.
And
Could I roll insight on it?
yeah, you can roll insight on that
Like,
with you and your mega modifiers. Big money, big money, big money.
God!
Woo! Very nice. Okay. On a 23, tell us how's Cotilio feeling?
It with a 20. It's more like he seems slightly bothered, perturbed by it, almost like he is a snake that's on guard from whatever those actions were.
I think Trucy is a little bit freaked out by the snake noise, and she kind of like looks up at you, Apollo.
Mr. Cotilio, why so defensive all of a sudden?
I do not like whenever people try and compare me to my friend, especially one that has recently passed.
I suppose that's understandable.
And Trucy says, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean any offense."
I understand.
To you, Apollo, Trucy says, "Maybe I think this is the most we're gonna get out of him."
He does seem like a tough cookie to crack.
I think we might have closed him off a little bit.
I think you did that.
I'm sorry, only accidentally.
I guess we'll just join back the group. Thank you for the information, Mr. Cotilio.
I'm always happy to help.
And again, Apollo, your bracelet reacts to that.
He's very pissed that he didn't get the truth out of him, but he knows to keep an eye out on him.
He's beefing. Okay. Last, I think we have Belle and Liam. Oh no, you head over there. You're pointed in the right direction by Vinny. And as you approach Belle, no memory comes to you, but there is a feeling from Kisigawa, you're pretty sure, of like warmth and happiness. Which is pretty rare for her.
Okay. Well, this must be... Either this is a good kid, or Kisigawa watched this kid, like, shotgun a beer or something. So, I guess they must be alright. Right. So, what is the game plan? I should just go up and say hello. So, yeah. I just go up and I say, hello there.
Liam says, "Oh, you again," and Belle says, "Hi, it's good to see you again."
Yeah, good to see you.
I'm glad you're here.
Oh, well, it's no trouble. This is, I mean, it's a whole thing with, what happened, but, you know, gotta do something about it.
And Liam says, so you, is there something you wanted to say?
Right. They are. What am I? I'm just supposed to get testimony from them. Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they're just. Well, they're doing some investigating, and I guess they're short of hands or something. So they just wanted me to ask what everyone was doing. The other day.
And Liam looks maybe outright offended. And he says, what, at the time Shantine died?
I think that's the implication. Yes. This is a matter of procedure, I think.
And he's not pleased with your implications. And he says, I don't know anything about what happened, if that's what you're asking. I was in the conference hall the whole time. I was with that lad over there. He points at Apollo. You can ask him if you want to. And Belle here was with little Trucy Grimmery, so.
Well, that seems that clears that up. I guess. Well, the natural question after that is if you saw anything unusual, notable.
And Liam says, What are you trying to imply?
Nothing. I'm not implying anything. I just if there's.
And he's
My read is something happened that day, and they just want to know if you saw anything that could be important.
And he says the most notable thing I saw, Mr. Tornado, was you crying up a storm, having a fit.
Well, that is one thing. It was a rough day.
And you can feel Kesey wants to get out.
Oh no. No. I've given up too much ground to her the last few days. I can do this. I can do this. Well, that's one thing. But there could be other things, maybe.
And it's giving you a headache to fight the other two back. Normally they're not this strong, and it feels like possibly the bell has become a positive trigger for Kesey.
I'm still upset at those two. I'm gonna fight this off as long as I reasonably can. But it's there's you never know what could be important. So yeah, even if it seems innocuous.
And he says, "Okay, you're being weird."
Well, I apologize. I'm not an investigator. I'm not entirely certain why I've been asked to do this, but
And he says, I honestly, he's like, I don't know why you're so interested in my kid, and I don't understand why you're talking to me right now.
I was just asked to do it by the people investigating.
And Belle kind of looks up at you, and whispers, "Nuendo." And roll me a luck check. 5 is bad, 10 is fine, 15 or higher is good. Make money, big money, big money.
13. All right.
13. You start to lose the front, but you're fighting hard enough that there's an opening, and Patches joins you in the front.
Oh, jeez. Well. Oh boy. Well, I think we're getting a teensy bit heated, maybe. This is all just procedure. This is all just this and that. I mean, hey, getting awful stanced up there, so you're getting something to hide, do you?
And he says, huh?
Well, you heard me, Yeah, if there's nothing wrong, then surely you can just tell me about anything that happened, no?
And he says, nothing. I have not seen anything. What are you talking about?
I'm just asking questions. He seemed a teeny bit reticent to talk to me, but hey, I understand. But I'm just being nice, functional individual, asking questions.
And Belle says, Window, again, you've already, you've got Patches in the front with you, but he remembers what happened with Belle, and his memories are kind of seeping into you.
Well, right. But if there's nothing, there's nothing.
Do you respond to Belle?
Yeah, just kind of smile over at what's his name, and then lean down to Belle, like, what's going on?
And they're like, everybody's talking about the dead guy. Get me out of here.
Okay. Let's. Well, sir, who did you say you were with? Justice, was it, Mr. Magic?
Yes.
At the time of the thing, you were with somebody or other. It was, what's his name? Artemis, whatever.
Yes, Apollo.
Well, we'll just call him over. Mr. Justice! We'll just call him over. Hold on.
Apollo, do you head over there?
I see them yelling my name, and I just look quickly at them and walk over.
Yeah, much louder than is reasonable. Patches is calling him over.
What is going on? What happened?
Oh, nothing. Just, would you take a minute just to, would you just take the odd second to, Mr. Magic here, he's, confer with him, confirm his alibi for a second, Because, you said that, he was with you, and I was like, oh, well, gotta double check that. No more the fool, eh?
Jane, was he with me during everything going on?
You were with him because Belle was with Truthy, so you were loosely hanging out with each other. You're not best friends, but yeah, you were together-ish.
I suppose he was, though that depends on when exactly the murder took place.
Well, I think perhaps you two could actively confer on that. I'm just subbing in. I'm not the lawyering type, so I figured you would have the skills, the techniques.
Liam says, "Mr. Justice, did you send this guy?"
I did. No, I just met them, but they seem
Yeah,
to be a nice sort.
I was asked. I was asked.
Uh,
He's a friend of the detective here.
are you laughing?
Well, I can have a little joke. A
What is
little,
the joke?
I suppose it's a general joke. Just a little humorous joke to myself.
Huh?
I don't think this is the good time or place to do that.
Exactly. You see, this is my point. You need to confer with someone who knows what he's doing, like Mr. Justice here. Don't you agree?
And he's like, "What? Are you guys asking me to give testimony?"
I thought that was the idea. See, I talked to this guy, 5 times, and he was giving me the old runabout every time. But now I bring the guy who knows what he's doing around, and he was like, oh, the testimony. Why didn't you say so?
Liam says, "Okay, I will say it again. Apollo, we were together. I have not seen any more than you have."
True. Though I would like to ask you some other questions as well.
Brilliant. You picked through that.
Have you heard of a certain woman
I,
named Venus Flytrap?
I just give Belle a little blink. She's like, eh.
Belle says to their dad, I'm gonna go to the bathroom," and they follow you out. Liam to you says, uh, yeah, yes, I've heard of her. I didn't know. Is she at the conference? I didn't realize.
Not exactly, but she has been seen around, and she might be up to something.
You don't say. That seems upsetting.
Upsetting how?
I mean, she was friends with Shantine. So to see her, I don't know, turning on him, on us, I mean, magicians are like, well, I would hope they're like a family. It isn't always like that, as I'm sure you've seen with young Miss Gramarye's life, but,
Yeah, that didn't seem to go as well.
you just hate to see it
But
happen again, I guess.
you think if she was friends with him, she'd be here as well.
Yeah, you would. She's always here. Why is she not here?
I'd like to know that for sure, too.
That's
Did you ever hear anything about Mr. Shantine's big special secret trick that everyone wanted to know about?
Oh, everyone wanted to know about Mr. Shantine's big special secret trick. Here's the thing: he's been snookered away. He's locked himself away. He's secreted himself away for however many years, and oh, he finally comes back. He starts to unveil his trick, and just like that, he's dead. Coincidence?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Would you be interested in learning or perhaps acquiring the trick?
Well, I mean, I can't imagine his area of expertise and mine would overlap terribly much, although knowing a magician's secret is always a bit of an inside joke, I suppose.
The area of expertise in what way?
Oh, I mean, my type of magic is much smaller than his. I do much smaller shows. Like he is booking out stadiums. I travel the country and do all these much smaller shows. I do things more like card magic and like cutting people in half, all the traditional stuff, and the tricks he invents are set the pace for the rest of the world.
Hmm. This is talking to Jane.
Yeah.
This guy has 2 kids, right?
Yes.
And we know one of them was with Trucy.
One of them was with they might have both been hanging out with Trucy, but yes, you've only had eyes on one of them with Trucy.
What was the name of the other kid?
Friday. He's the one who's flying home with mom right now.
Okay, maybe he's just flying off after committing the murder.
Commit the murder,
No problem.
fly away.
No biggie.
That's the bird motto. Okay.
Someone stop the plane.
Stop the plane. Landed in the ocean. Patches, you can remember your interactions with Belle as you pulled them out of the room. What do you say to them?
Oh, well. Good thing we got out of there, eh? A little bit stuffy.
Yeah, a little bit stuffy.
I really don't know why they sent me to do that. I don't barely know anything.
They're like, you think there's
Maybe they expected I'd be talking to someone with a bit more finesse than your father, eh?
you think there's a murderer somewhere here?
I mean, maybe somewhere. Could be. I mean, hopefully not. But you know, I mean, they have someone arrested. I mean, if it's not them, that's not good.
That AI thing.
Hmm?
The thing.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I thought about it.
Well, what?
Didn't anybody ever think that maybe the AI was so significant to him? He spent so much time with it because it was like more like his friend?
Maybe.
I mean,
A lot of work to go through to make a friend.
a lot of work to go through to make what? Just a magic trick that walks around the stage?
I suppose. Maybe if it was a very good magic trick.
Yeah, if it was a very good magic trick.
Well, either way, well, he's got it, but he had it. It's around. I don't know. Must have been, I suppose it must have been something to him, but.
You're can I ask a weird question?
Hmm?
A weird question.
Well, okay, go on.
You're in a maybe you could you could tell me now. What do you mean? Wait, the thing you said about your gender. You said it's complicated.
Oh, well, it's complicated. It's, well, it can be restrictive, I guess, to go one way or the other. I mean, those aren't the only options, of course, but it can very much a feeling thing, you know? It's never quite the same. It's, yeah.
You took your makeup off.
It's never quite the same, you know? Not really in a makeup-y mood right now. Although I do look good. Well.
You look nice without it. You look different.
Well, it's a lot of work to put on, so I have to make sure it feels right when I do it, you know?
And your outfit's it's different too.
Yeah, a little. Do you notice that?
I like it.
Well, it's just down to preference in the moment. Nobody's the same person from moment to moment, you know. If they were, it'd be pretty boring.
I guess not. And I think Patches, you're never quite the same from moment to moment, and you with Belle, you feel younger, and you feel different. That sometimes when you're alone, you feel like you're 1,000 years old, but right now you feel like almost like you're back in high school.
Well, hey, you know how it is. I mean, it's too much to life to be worrying about every moment, this or that. So, you know, why bother?
And Patches, you feel like you're almost a little bit, I don't know if you'd call it frustrated with Kesey as well, but you feel like everyone always underestimates you. Like you've been you've been second this whole time. No one, you're pretty sure, remembers where you came from, except maybe Kesey. You're unique. You're unlike the others in that you've seen deeply into the spiraling chute that is your inner world, the place you go when you're not in the front. You have lived many lives. You get the feeling you split off from Uendo at some point, like you are more like him than you are like Kishigawa. And back then, not even 8 years old, the two of you had shared life very nearly equally. You were the thing he most desperately wanted. You were happy. Uendo was not. Uendo remembered, Patches did not. Uendo was burdened, Patches was not. But the world was harsh, and a boy created for nap time and coloring and candy, a boy created to savor the things no one else was able to, had less and less room in life. There were less moments to savor. And there had been a time when in and out of the body were like two distinct places. You visited the inside most clearly in your dreams, in quiet moments, but you always had the best access to the inner world. Back then it had been like a real place that you'd gone to. And back in that day, you had known a secret of the inner world that Uendo had not known. There weren't 4 of you. There were 5. Silent, unspeaking, ageless Oma had filled a role Uendo had not known he'd needed. He'd had some awareness of the rest of you. Kishigawa, formed to protect him from those who'd wanted to hurt him, he called his conscience, and her then violent appearances he called losing control when he was angry. You were an errant, childish thought he could brush off, weak enough that he could keep you out of his mind, and enough like him that he didn't realize you weren't him. And maybe you were him, in a way, before years of fronting had changed him. But Oma was created to hold the front in moments of physical pain. Oma was strong. Oma was brave. Oma took care of you when you were on the inside. By his nature, Wenda was never aware of him, even when hours and days were lost to him at the worst of it. But you knew him. You used to be like Owen, a child, unaware of the outside world. And then one day, Oma had gone. Your psychiatrist told you that you had fused with him. He had been a fragment, unsustainable, made for a purpose that you had grown able to serve, but God damn it, you had loved him. That was the moment you really accepted that you served a fundamentally different role than Uendo did. He was present, clerical, kind, an object of the material world and a participant in it. You were above morality, wild and untamed like the sea, a thing of joy and grief, truths unconveyable, unchanging, woven through ever-changing. A mantle of responsibility that kept you near the others were set on your shoulders that day. The body was 12, 15, 20 years old, but you were as old as the paving stones you walked to school on, and as young as the child you had been formed from. Oma and Patches had become one. Comedy met tragedy. The jester was born.
And all the better for it.
I don't want to go back in there.
Well, it's a little stuffy, little business in there right now. What do you want to do?
I want to go home.
Well, home's not really in the cards right now, thanks to your dad. Ugh.
Let's just walk around.
Yeah, let's go on a little soiree.
And Shantine, you've been watching the cameras for a while now, and at once your vision explodes with images of Patches and Belle. They've entered the main casino room, and it has a lot of cameras in it, and you can see them out of a lot of your eyes.
Can I use the microphones in there? Can I reach out? Can I scream?
Yeah, you can try.
Help!
Ah, what was
Help
that? What was that?
me! Help! You know me, right?
Me?
I'm Shantine.
What?
Yeah, I'm
What?
the trick. I'm the AI. You gotta get me out of here, man.
Kisigawa! What's he doing?
I'm plugged into the casino somewhere, and it hurts to think and be alive. And I can't. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna explode. So
What?
yep, get me quickly. Come
Oh,
on, please.
no.
You gotta hurry. You gotta hurry.
Where are you? What do we do?
He's got AirPods in.
Ruda's got AirPods in.
Help me!
Help me!
What's happening?
The ceiling is screaming.
It's not. It's the
Oh.
speakers.
Well,
It's
it does
me.
that. That happens when the floorboards creak. It's really
No,
funny.
no.
No.
You listen to me. I am a person, kind of technically, and you're going to get me out of this.
That's not
Yes,
that's
you
not
are.
Innuendo.
That's actually a guy's voice. Ooh, fun.
Yes, it's Shantine, the robot, the AI. You know, the cool, your best friend. You gonna help me?
You do know.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm trapped somewhere. Help! And I'm gonna get installed with a virus. It's gonna explode, and everyone's gonna die if you don't hurry up.
Well, hold on. We can help you. Just slow your roll, man. All right. Now, hey, do you know where you are? Do you know where we can come help?
No, I'm plugged into some central thing that makes me see every single part of this building. It's like I am the building, and I don't know what to do.
Well, it's probably some kind of server room or the security cameras, possibly.
Security cameras?
Go look. Go
Wait,
get
where?
someone. Go do it.
What?
Go ask. Find. I don't know.
Wait, where are you? My mom does this kind of thing.
Just please look for me. Get someone to.
Okay.
Oh,
Where's
alright.
Vinny?
I've got no idea. He back there, I assume, in the business room.
But we
But
gotta help him.
Yes,
Right.
you do gotta help me, or I'm gonna die.
so no time to waste. We should just go and look for him.
We can't search the whole building.
I'll be a USB stick sticking out of a computer thing. I'm guessing. So just pull me out.
Do you
That narrows it down.
wait? Do you know why you've been plugged in? That would probably change where you are.
Well, from where I am, I can see everything in the building, and something's being installed onto my files, and that is not good. And I'm
What?
scared. So
Can you
maybe
tell
that's
what
part of it.
is?
No, I can't. I don't know.
A virus?
I don't know anything. Probably yes. And I don't want to be poisoned by a virus. That sounds horrific. Please help me.
Ugh.
Yes,
All right, don't get snappy with me, buddy. I'll let the virus take you if you keep
Oh.
giving me lip.
Fine, I'm sorry. Just hurry up. Stop standing there. Move. Go, go, go.
That's more like it. Come along, Bill. Let's have a look-see.
And they're like, okay, let's try. You text the other grown-ups. We'll find them.
Sure.
And they say something's being downloaded onto him. You don't think? I mean, if he's in the room with the security camera footage, you don't think it's the security camera footage?
I mean, that probably.
If you were a murderer or a blackmailer,
A villain, a rogue, a bad guy.
are you listening to me? There would be lots of reasons to want security camera tape.
Right. So they're installing him onto that, or something.
Montage? They said
I do have a lot of storage, so I actually would be quite a good vessel for a lot of footage.
Well, that sounds like reason enough, eh?
They said Venus was a blackmailer, blackmailing who, and what?
If she had access to all the cameras, she could see any illicit activity. Instead of it going right to security, she should take it into her own hand and then use it for some kind of nefarious blackmailing. Right. Well, and an AI would be able to do it, like, smart.
Can I ask a weird question?
The
night you were crying.
Oh, well, it's a whole thing.
Was there anything? I mean, that they took you from upstairs. That was the crime scene. Was there anything? Footage of you?
Maybe.
That I feel like maybe someone's got it out for you.
Yeah.
We gotta find this USB stick.
Yeah, me too.
I told you not to get arrested, didn't I?
Well, hey, I didn't do anything. What? Look at me. Look at me. Would I get arrested? Look at this face. Come on now.
Yeah, maybe. They arrested Sprinkle.
All right. Well, I suppose she. Well, let's go looking then. No time to waste. Come on.
Okay, and you guys, you meet up with Vinny, and the rest of the gang. So we have everyone except Al together now. Belle and Uendo come meet you guys like down at the security office, where Vinny has exchanged paperwork with the security officer, and he's like, okay, we have a few different places we could search. There are a few security rooms in this building that we can look through. Should we divide and conquer, or do we want to go together? If we find Shanty.any, maybe we want to be together?
Yeah, let's go together.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's let's run. Let's go quickly. So you guys start heading to the different security rooms. What is Al up to while all this is going down? Does he stay at the conference?
Yeah, I think he stays at the conference.
So you guys are running to the different security rooms, and the first one you go to is upstairs near the room that you guys were just in, and Trucy stops by to talk to you, Al. She's like, Apollo, I'll be right back. And she's like, Mr. Cotillo, I know we said we would bring you to the museum with us, and I think we might be about to leave. We're going to try and find the USB stick. Do you want to come with us? I'm sorry I offended you earlier.
If you would like me to, yes.
And she's like, yeah, come with us, come with us. And to Apollo, she says, I think maybe we could get a testimony out of him if he comes with us.
Smart move.
Can I ask, out of character, has anyone asked Alcatelio why he has the staff?
If we have, we haven't gotten a straight answer.
Gosh.
I haven't, but then
I tried
again,
to take it. I tried to take it from him at some point, and he just like teleported away.
That's true. He vanished. How did he do that?
Oh, yeah. I bet I could probably get the answer out of him. I was like +6 persuasion or
You want
something.
to ask him while you're running?
I'm like, hey, Al, can I call you Al?
No.
Okay.
Mr. Cotillo, it
Is that his? Yeah, does he
Alexander
have
is
is
his full name?
Alexander? I'm like, Mr. Alexander Cotillo.
Mr. Catillo is fine.
Mr. Cotillo is fine. Can I see the staff? Does he have it now?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me try and emotionally riz him up.
Ooh, let's go for it. Yeah.
He wasn't into the. He wasn't. Persuasion.
But what words do you say with your mouth?
Oh, what can I roll first or? Okay.
Yeah. Decide what you say based on how bad your roll is.
I'm gonna. Yeah.
Big money, big money, big money. Oh.
Whoa!
What's your modifier?
+6.
+6. 25.
25. I say, oh, that's a nice. Whoa! What the heck is going on over there?
Drew, you're crinkling.
They're hungry.
Sorry.
Okay, I thought it was like mic interference. Okay. I say, it's a nice staff you got there. Where'd you get it?
You guys are running through the building as you speak.
Yes.
It was a gift.
Yeah, a gift from who?
A friend.
What friend?
None.
Huh? What was that?
None.
Nan is their name, or from?
Nan
is in none, like no one.
I'm a
or
little
maybe it
confused.
was a nun.
A nun?
You know,
Was it a
from a
nun?
monastery.
He nods and just keeps going.
No, that was not a yes or no question.
I say, it's funny because I thought that staff was like Nexus Shantine's.
It was gifted to me from him 2 or 3 years ago.
What does anyone have a read on whether or not we've seen him with it before that?
Sid, you would know.
I mean,
He
after
has had it for like 2 or 3 years.
That is how long he has been seen with it.
Okay. Oh, this seems to hold up.
It does seem to hold up.
Okay.
And it holds up to
are
when
they
he
close?
was first seen with Nexus.
Okay. Are they close at all?
To the room?
Like, would that make sense for him?
Oh,
No.
close
Our Cotillo and Shantine.
Yeah. Cotillo
Okay.
was like mentored by Shantine.
Ah. Okay.
Okay. You make it to the room.
Yeah. I guess that makes sense.
Someone roll me a D4.
How do you roll a D4?
Slash roll, and then just 1D4 instead of 1D20.
Leo's done it.
Okay, I see. All right, cool.
Okay, 2. So, you can feel
Die.
you're okay. You can feel that the files are about to finish downloading. Santine.
Oh.
Can I speak to them, Renner?
You can try, yeah.
Please help me.
And when
Do they hear
you're out,
me?
when you're out in the main hall again, you can hear him, cause like you can see that this is one of the rooms that has more cameras in it. And Bella's like, "We're coming, we're trying."
Try harder. I have.
We're running so fast. We're running
Run
so fast.
faster.
Where are we even going?
We're
I'm
going throughout
confused.
the map. We're going to the next security room.
Okay.
Okay. You guys take off again. And you're heading out to the next security room. Do you say anything else to Mr. Cotilio?
About what? About the staff?
Try to get more testimony out of him.
Oh, I guess I wasn't really around when they were talking about testimony. So.
Okay. So, as you guys are running, Shantine, you are unplugged, and not by the main group.
No.
Oh.
Does that like
no.
kill him?
It doesn't kill him, but the files are finished, and whoever has you is taking you.
No.
No.
I don't want to be a plot
Um,
device. Put me
as-
back in.
As the files finish, I think you can. I'm gonna have both Shantine, and this is unusual, Lisa Basil. I want you to roll me a history check.
Oh, okay.
Does anybody have Lisa Basil's sheet?
Lisa, you can do it
Ooh.
without a modifier. We'll give it
Hell yeah.
you can do it
Lisa
with,
Basil has a +10 to history.
plus 10 history. You can do it with maybe with proficiency, which would be +2.
Yeah. Oh well, never mind.
Well,
Oh, never mind.
Never mind.
I'm not gonna bother.
Never mind. We don't need it. Okay. Shantine, you remember that this was not put in by Lisa Basil. This was put in by Shantine himself a long time ago. In case of a situation like this, that he put like a GPS tracker into you.
Got another autopsy, haven't we? Oh.
Sam keeps getting kidnapped.
Yeah, I have to use a tracker.
You have a GPS tracker in you, but you'll have to like read through the book to find how to use it and that kind of stuff. Like that is old original Shanty days.
Okay, like when is this while I'm inside the USB stick, kind of?
Yeah, you have the chance to say something to them as the files finish before you get unplugged.
Can I see them?
No.
Oh.
You might be able to see them like going into a stairwell.
Okay. Yeah. Will they like respond if I ask them stuff?
They should be able to hear you, but you have a couple seconds, like.
Just why? Who? Why? What? Everything. Give me anything, please.
That's what you say to them?
Yeah, just beg for any answer for the.
You can tell them about how to use your GPS thing.
So like, oh, you won't get away with this. I got GPS.
You can't see the person who is unplugging you. You can see the main group.
Yeah, you can see us.
Yeah. So what I want to tell you is tell you I got GPS. Please help me. Find me.
Find me. You are unplugged, and the main group arrives in the room too late. When you get there, you don't realize immediately, but you're pretty sure because he yells, I've got a GPS! And then nothing. He's gone.
Bye, everyone. Second time.
In time. So, this person has left with security camera footage of Wendell leaving the scene.
Ooh.
Oh.
Not
Oh.
good. Probably the same of Sprinkle. And maybe of whatever third party Venus had used. But I've had you here for like 4 hours, so I think we can end the session.
Yeah, probably.
I like how we started with me getting kidnapped, and then we end with me again getting kidnapped.
Right?
Sorry, buddy, you're a MacGuffin.
Yeah.
Straight up not
Sounds-
having a good time.
Sounds like a
Everybody
skill
wants
issue to me.
you.
Yeah.
Everyone is in love with you.
Next, we're gonna find out that they also kidnapped the body of Shantine.
Yeah, we're gonna fuse them together. Oh, that's kind of. Oh, that'd be.
Ooh.
Oh, if they like want to revive him or something?
Necromancy.